What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the O.B.F. The Real channel. We got my man OG up in the building. What up, OG?
Hey Kenny, how you doing this afternoon, sir?
Same old shit. Same old shit. You know what I mean? Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I need to get this nigga Bell off of that shit. I need to go. I forgot all about it. I gotta get him off of here. That nigga said he didn't want to be a part of it no more. That's what he told me. So I need to get him off of that intro.
Hey man, you know what? If he doesn't want to be a part of it, he doesn't want to be a part of it. I'm not trying to change anyone's minds. I don't know if I told you this, Kenny, but behind the scenes, like I spoke with. You already know I'm mixed, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just looking at my picture, you know I'm mixed. So I have a certain family member on the Caucasian persuasion side, and he won't rock with me because I'm on your show, and I'm cool with
Right.
that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I mean, you speak to me. You know, what you say relates to me. And I've been feeling a certain way for a long time, and I've seen so much shit, and it's been a long time coming. That hey, you know what? I rock with. I'm against discrimination of all sorts, and I call out bullshit when I see bullshit. I'm too old and too cranky to give a fuck what anyone else thinks anymore, Kenny. I'm
Right.
not going to go along just to get along. And if it's even dropping people in my own family, hey,
See, a lot of that shit is listen. I don't even like that. What are he angry about? What I say on here that's a lie. And do I say some
nothing.
hate? Do I say
Nothing.
anything hateful? Do I hate every race or I hate a certain race? What up, Weezy?
Hey, what's happening, gentlemen?
Hey,
What up?
Wheezy, how you doing, sir?
There go
What's
there go
up,
the tri-
OG?
there go the triple OG up in the building and shit. What up, Weezy?
What's up,
Listen,
Ken?
I want people to understand something. What do I say on the show that's racist? What do you listen? First of all, if you come on the show and you think I say some offensive shit, I supposed to. I offend my own people. Okay, so it's not like I'm discriminating of acting like I'm only focusing on white people or Mexicans or Indians or Chinese people. I'm speaking facts over here. People gonna get offended. I go in all out race. I go in the black race. I talk about what black people done dead and fucked up on. I do that. So I don't
Yep.
understand what people get so offended about. What are you offended about? On every level, I'm going to offend every race. Because you know why? Because if you really know the history in this country about every race, it's some shit in our race that we ain't proud of. And we shouldn't be proud of, but we may get a little offended. I mean, come on, it gonna make us feel bad. Like you think I feel good about niggas selling dope and killing and shooting each other? Shit, I know that some black women do that they use our children as pawns to get revenge on us. That happens in our community. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in other races of people in their communities, but it mainly in my community it happens a lot. So it's some black women that's gonna be offended. It's some black men that's gonna be offended that I say some of these niggas ain't shit. They don't take care of their motherfucking kids. And I don't give a fuck how much that woman put try to use your kid against you. You make goddamn sure that motherfucking kid know who you is.
Exactly.
Is there gonna be some brothers that's gonna be offended of what I just said? You fucking right. But am I lying?
No,
Do
sir.
I hate those brothers? Do I hate those sisters? No. It's just a fucking fact. And so if you're mad at anything I say on this show or you offended, you supposed to be offended. You supposed to be mad. Cause you know why? Cause on this motherfucking show, we gonna tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell my truth, you gonna tell your truth, and it's gonna be what it is. But we ain't gonna lie about it. See, your truth can be some bullshit. But the truth's supposed to hurt, and it don't always supposed to feel good. So I don't even know why these people even get. You say family members of yours, or even mine, or friends of mine. I don't even know why they get mad. What the fuck are you mad about? But go ahead, Weezy. What you think about this shit before we get into the topic where OG brought up? That shit kind of pissed me off a little bit. Because I'm sick of
Yeah,
motherfuckers acting like we saying something wrong or we trying to offend and hurt people. Bullshit. We just talking real. Facts is facts. You don't get to be. Listen, you could be mad at the facts, but that don't mean that it ain't factual. It ain't the truth. You son of a bitches. Whoever you are. I don't give a fuck. You be my family members, OG, Weezy, whoever fucking family members. I don't give a fuck who it is. You goddamn cowards. Because a lot of y'all are fucking cowards. That's all it is. Go ahead, Weezy. I'm sorry, bro.
yeah. No, much respect, little bro. I just want to say, like, you know, when I come on here, we do our thing, and when I say, a nigga can't talk to me, I actually believe that shit. Shout out to Ronald Green's, family. Y'all seen it in the news. This happened like 30 minutes away from me. So
Yeah,
every
over in Louisiana.
yeah, that's like 30 minutes from me. You know, sometimes I feel like that Boys in the Hood movie where Doughboy put Trey out and he went to kneel along with his girlfriend. He just swinging. He swinging. He mad than a motherfucker. He trying to punch, but he ain't hitting shit. Like I say, I come on here and I be talking, but it's one thing you can't say about Weezy. Weezy don't believe what he's saying. Every fucking thing I say, I actually believe in that shit. I'd rather believe in something and not believe in shit. Everything I come in here and I talk about, it ain't, you know, some nigga got killed and niggas want to march. I've been like this since I was a kid. It's passion. When you hear this shit come out me, it's fucking passion. And I'm just, I don't know what to fucking say.
No,
That means,
listen.
God damn it,
No,
I don't know what to say.
oh, no. It get frustrating. It get real
Fact.
frustrating because you got family members or people, whoever it may be, and they watch the show, and then okay, it's gonna be shit you ain't gonna like on here. But what am I lying? What are we lying about? What are we lying about? Ain't nobody lying. Like we know we watch Fox News, they lying. But you watch that dumb shit. Okay, so listen. All I'm saying is this: you may not like everything on the show. I get that. I watch shit that I don't like, but morally I agree with. But I disagree on some shit. I don't like everything. I mean, that's life, dude. Like these motherfuckers sitting here got their panties in the. I don't like that what he's saying. But you know what? That is fine too. But that's fine that you don't like it. Don't watch it. Plain and simple. What are you watching it for? I don't watch Fox News, nigga, because I don't like. First of all, I don't watch it. It's not just because I don't like it. I don't watch it. It's because I know they lying, and I don't watch shit that people lie to me about. When I know would you say to me, all I gotta do is research it and find out that you're lying. Why would I watch it? Now tell me on this show that when I talk about these issues that I'm lying about. You may not like my opinion about it, but I give you the facts about it. That's why the show is called Opinion But Facts. And just because I have an opinion about some shit doesn't make it true. That's just my opinion. But I do drop facts. I allow you to hear people talking about these things. I don't get it. What up, Frank? What you
What up,
gotta
man?
say, bro? What you gotta say on this shit before we get into the topic? Go ahead.
Well, I have to agree with the phrase on your shirt, bro. I used to be a people person, but well, people ruined it. But
Oh yeah, hold on.
real,
I want
yeah,
to put this shirt out there. Y'all see the shirt?
Yeah.
I need motherfuckers
Right.
to read that. And this
Yeah.
is factual how I feel.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I used to be this guy. I used to be a people's person. Man, I can't fuck with these motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers lie to themselves. When you lie to yourself, what are we talking about, bro? You can't
Yeah.
even tell yourself the truth. If you can't tell yourself the truth, why do you want to have a conversation with me? The fuck out of here. But go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, I think that at least since America is the only country that I've ever known, and knowing how the people check and everything, it's just that I like like I don't want like to be someone who hates people, but I just think that in a way I just don't like many Americans because how they've been bred and brainwashed and and socially conditioned to like act the way they do. I mean, it brings a lot of negative energy. It brings your self esteem down. It brings it just makes you like not motivated to do anything. Like you literally just just want to like lay down and draw the shades down and just be like a shut-in because it's like it's like what's even the point? Like you don't like a lot of people are just so in their own self-centered bubble that that they're not thinking about you, but at the same time, when you try to get them to self-reflect on what they're doing, then they get pissed. So it's like, okay, so you can't win either way. That's my stance on it.
You know the crazy shit about this whole situation, and we was talking about this on Opinion But Facts, right? And when I
Yeah.
talk about how I just did a live stream about that about can we feel bad for Trump supporters,
Trump
right?
supporters. Yeah.
You know the crazy shit about it, dude, is that I'll be 40 years old this year. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life, dude. You know what I mean? I've been poor, I ate out the gutter and shit like that. I'm talking about literally. Ate out the gutter. Okay? I know what poor feels like. I know what not having anything. I know what going down in your basement where it got mildewed at because the basement is fucked up and you got to pick out some clothes for school and they ain't washed. Your washing machine broke. And I got to wear mildew clothes to school. Listen, I know what poor feels like. I know what not having nothing feels like. But you know what? I don't got a whole bunch of shit in my life. I ain't rich. I ain't trying to be rich, and I don't care about being rich. Okay? I live okay, because I know what poor was. So I live okay. So I don't give a fuck about expensive the motherfucker. Oh, he got Lex. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay? You know how niggas, how people be, oh my God, he got that. I don't give a fuck about none of that materialistic shit. Right?
Yeah.
You know what's irritating the fuck out of me about this country? Is that motherfuckers are roaming around acting like their life is so bad. Motherfucker, listen to me. Talking about gang violence and shit like that. Motherfucker, that's happening everywhere. Everywhere. The problem is you. What are you doing about it? Who are you voting for? You heard the Trump supporters. I still voted for Trump. Did he fix anything? Did the violence stop? No.
No.
Because you know why? The policies didn't change. You voted for somebody that didn't change shit. And it's the same thing with Biden. Motherfuckers still, black people, we ain't getting nothing out of this. They get something for the Asian bill. Black people, you already knew that. Hey, Weezy, as black people who have voted for Joe Biden, they already knew that. What are you crying about?
Those are facts.
You already knew he wasn't going to get your shit.
Yeah.
The Democrat Party already showed you they care about other minorities. They will pass bills, the gay people, pass bills for them to make them happy. All they got to do is say they going to do some shit for us and we'll vote for them. Yeah. You know why? Yeah. Because we've been doing that shit for generations. And so what you thought they was going to switch up it? They was going to do something different? Really? When you had a candidate right there, and I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, Bernie Sanders. Motherfucker, I heard black people talking about, well, he don't speak to black people. Do Joe Biden? When a nigga gotta come on, or we only gonna do black shit. That mean, well, Joe Biden say he gonna do some black shit, but has he done it? See, a motherfucker say whatever they want. I'd rather have a motherfucker like Bernie Sanders say, look, I'm doing this for everybody. Because if everybody is treated equally, we ain't got to worry about the racism shit. I'm okay with that. But if a motherfucker sitting there placating me, telling me, oh, I'm going to do some shit for black people just to get my vote, and then he get in there and he does everything for everybody else other than you, other than your people. What are we crying about? The Mexican lady talking about, oh my God, I couldn't believe that the cartel is doing all that shit. Move, bitch. Black people do. When we live in the fucked up neighborhoods, we move the fuck up out of. Move. Fuck you crying about? You act like you live in the ghetto. You act like you can't move to another ghetto? Come on, man. What you think, OG? Come on, OG. What you think, bro? That shit bullshit, man. OG. OG on. What's going on, OG? OG. OG got technical problems. Hold on. I'm get this shit together. But you know what I'm saying? What you think, Weezy, about that shit? That's that lady that and then she was sitting there and she was basically saying her parents, well, her dad came over here illegally. But you mad at the other illegal immigrants that's coming over here illegally? How do you do that? How do you justify that? I don't understand. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I say this. It's like you know, like crabs in the board, you know, I'm from that south. When you know, cook it, they pushing niggas down, you know, the crabs, they be pushing them down, trying to get out the pot because it's hot than a motherfucker.
Right.
But I challenge, you know, this young generation to understand that, you know, I said this shit, you know, hey, all money ain't good money, you know. I said this. I got this money out the mud. I gotta wash it off before I spend it.
Right.
My money is legit. I grind for that motherfucking shit. And you know, the richest, you know, people, media and all that bullshit, you know, they got the Forbes shit and all that shit, and the richest motherfucker in the goddamn world, that was Bill Gates. You know who the richest motherfucker to me? My motherfucking mama.
Right.
How about that, motherfucking white people? That's the richest motherfucker. Sorry, mom. That's the richest person to me. Came from the dirt, the grind. On the own house, all that. They can't talk to me. They can't talk to me. And all y'all little niggas out there, y'all little new niggas.
Yeah, because it ain't just the young niggas no more. It's these
no,
new niggas.
They say that y'all got role models. How about this? It ain't no Madeas no more. It ain't no Big Mamas. How about that? Fucking quit our little girls. Quit goddamn wanting to be like Beyonce and all that shit. Be like your motherfucking grandma. Be like your great grandma. And like I say, I miss that shit.
Be like
You know,
auntie and
like I say, niggas can't talk to me. And that's why I say, when I get in here and I be talking and I be passionate about what I'm saying, and niggas can't stomach me. Cause I don't give a fuck. It ain't my opinion. It's my facts. That's why I love when you said that. If niggas you can't stomach this shit, don't come up in here. If you can't stomach what people saying, don't come up in here. These are my facts. I love my mom. And I know what I'm talking about. Can't nobody talk to me about something I know. Ain't nobody live my life. So niggas, you know, that's why, like I say, hashtag frustrated. That's the way I feel.
But now listen, the crazy shit about it is this. I'm gonna let Frank jump in. Listen, the crazy shit about this, all this is man, is that we got into a period. And I don't give a fuck if you young or old, right? I ain't saying everybody, but I'm saying they know who I'm talking about. The stupid people. Listen, y'all all are sitting out here complaining about some shit and selling out your own people for nothing. A lot of y'all selling y'all people out for nothing. Because if nothing changes, then your situation won't change. You will still be a sellout, bootlicking house nigga. And to all the white people, the good ones, everything's so fucked up, you need to check your people. I mean that. That ain't for the rest of us to do. And don't wait to something tragic happen to a black or minority for you to get involved. Get involved already.
Those are facts right there.
Yeah.
Your race is in the power seat right now. Change some shit. That's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We'll back you if it's right. If it don't feel right and it ain't right, we ain't backing you. This just is what it is. Listen, black people and a lot of other minority people are not stupid anymore. We know exactly what the fuck they doing. And that goes for both parties. You can't play us like that no more. I'm telling you, if Joe Biden don't do anything in these next 4 years, the Democrat Party is in trouble.
How about this? I don't mean to interrupt you, little bro.
Go ahead.
How about this? Understand it, and these are facts. Black people. And these are facts. I've seen it. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. You know, every other race, really. We on the low. I ain't saying these are my facts.
We at the bottom.
I
You right?
ain't saying
Yeah, we
these
at
are
the
facts.
bottom. We at
It's
the
just
bottom.
my opinion.
No,
But when it comes
We
to
know
the
we no.
races,
Hold on,
every race look at black people.
Hold on,
They on
we
the low, the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah.
These are my facts.
Weezy,
Y'all niggas,
listen.
you
This
know,
ain't
wake up.
Weezy. This ain't just
Not y'all. I'm just
No, I'm
saying.
just saying. No,
You know.
Weezy. This ain't just your facts. This is just facts. Period. What you
Okay,
just said is
since you
facts.
said we
It doesn't matter.
co-sign and shit
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
not.
You
Yeah, it's
know,
not.
motherfucker don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
no niggas. You know, goddamn Mexican look at us like we niggas. White people look at Mexican like they niggas.
Right, but some of
Oriental.
these,
I was stationed in Korea. These are facts. They
yeah,
didn't fuck with niggas. Those are facts. I was there. That's why I say people can't talk to me if I done seen shit. I said I was in Korea. They didn't fuck with niggas. Them drinking girls and all that shit. They want them a white boy. These are facts.
Now, hold on. Now let me say this. I ain't got to go to Korea. I ain't got to go to China. I only been in America. Well, I ain't only been here, but you know, I've been outside the country a little bit, but not that much. But mainly in America, right? I ain't gotta go that far. And like I said before in the show over there in Opinion But Facts, like I said, you Asian people don't deserve a motherfucking bill, a hate crime bill. You already protected under the motherfucking bill that our people fought and died for.
See what I'm saying?
So what do you
See
need a
what I'm
bill for?
saying?
And I mean that shit. And I don't give a fuck with any Asian people, any person get mad about that. I don't give a fuck. It's a fact. You don't
Puerto
deserve it.
Rican. Puerto
Look how
Ricans.
you
The
treat
reason
black
why
people.
you a Puerto Rican, because the Spaniards was raping the damn African. And then Puerto Ricans walking around here don't want to be no nigga. They don't want to be white. But they in the middle. Fuck all that goddamn dumb shit. I don't even want to hear it.
That's why I got offended when motherfuckers got mad at J-Lo and motherfucking Fat Joe because they used the N-word. Nigga, they niggas. At least they acknowledge it. I ain't never felt like J-Lo or Fat Joe ever pushed away from black culture or act like they wasn't black. They represented Puerto Rico. I get that. That's respectable. I respect that. But they ain't never did that shit for black people or anybody outside of the race act like they had a problem with that or he's saying the N-word. He can say that because he's a nigga. He can say that. And if you don't know the history of Puerto Ricans, then, oh well, that ain't our fault.
That's why I say niggas need to be woke. I ain't went to college or nothing like that. I'm just a country ass nigga from the prayer, joined the motherfucking military and seen some shit. The white people taught me how to read. The white people told me how to count, and I'm counting my money and reading my goddamn paycheck. So fuck that, white people. Thank you for what you did for me. Other than that shit, I learned that by myself. Cause they didn't teach that shit in school to me.
First of all, they ain't give you shit because we forced people to learn how to read.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are facts, but the white person can't do shit for me. That's it.
Listen,
they taught me the minimum, and I got this money out the goddamn mud. Fuck them. Fuck Becky with the good hair at goddamn Walmart. I don't know her. Just cash me out, motherfucker, and let me go about my bid. I don't give a fuck what niggas say.
OG, is your shit fixed yet, OG?
Fuck what these white people talking about.
OG, your shit fixed? No, we can't hear OG. OG, come in and go back out. You gotta fix your shit. Probably gotta restart your shit or something. Yeah, fix your shit. Go ahead, Frank. You want to say something about that?
Yeah, like someone who's Asian, like this Asian bill, I don't think didn't really do anything to begin with. I mean, like I don't think it's going to decrease the rate of the hate crimes that's going up.
First of all, it's
like how does it bill?
Hold on. It's symbolism. That's all it was. That's all that bill is. And like I said to the Asian community, and I mean this shit from the bottom of my heart. If you good or bad, I don't give a fuck. You don't deserve no bill. You get more privilege than any other race on here in this country other than white people. And that's just a fact. We're not going to sit here and bullshit Asian people. Like, stop. Y'all motherfuckers act like y'all victims. You ain't victims of shit. You ain't no victim in America. Sorry. You get your ass whooped just like the rest of us.
What I will say is,
hold on, Weezy. Big up the LT in the building. Say be on in 30-40 minutes. Big up the Talking Media. He say I'm at work right now, but so that means he may come in a little later. But I wanted to big up the squad. Big up the fellas. But yeah, OG, your shit fixed yet? OG. OG said still fucked up, man. I don't know how your shit got fucked up, OG. You gotta fix your shit, bro. You need to, hey, OG, call your daughter.
That's fucked up.
Nigga, nah, listen. Hey,
I ain't saying that.
Nah, real talk. Hey, listen, real talk. When I don't know about certain shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was setting up this Cash App and shit, nigga, I went to my wife. I don't do that shit. I don't know nothing about Cash App. You get I know about it, but I don't know how to set certain shit up and do it, do it correctly. I had to go to my wife. My wife know about that shit. So I had to get her to set this shit up for the Cash App for the channel. And make sure everybody down at the bottom, y'all see there, we got the Cash App up. Go to O.B.F. The Real Cash App. And make sure you guys donate to the channel if you can. Okay? We appreciate anything. Any whatever you can give, my people. It's all love.
Yeah, most definitely.
But yeah, go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the bill isn't really gonna bring down the rate of the hate crimes or whatever hate crimes that that.
Hey, gentlemen, I'll be back. Mom ringing the bell up. I gotta see what she wants.
Yeah, we had. Tell moms I say hi.
Oh yes, sir.
Like it's not gonna like bring down the rate of the like you just gotta stop like the rhetoric and like kind of like in a way reform like people's minds of like of like not just, I'm not just speaking for like Asians, like for all of the colored groups, because like like this stuff is like perpetuated through media, like the anti-Asian hate's been around since like the 1800s, from like World War II, to like the anti-Chinese
No.
Exclusion Act and all this other
Oh,
stuff.
oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, hold on, Frank. I get that. We know that. I think I ain't gonna say you. Everybody know the history, but I'm
Yeah.
just gonna give them simple history, something that's close that they can understand. Because we got stupid people out here. So let's just give them the
Hmm.
close history. This anti-Asian hate didn't start with black people. It
Yeah.
started with Trump and
Hmm.
white supremacists. They did that
Yeah.
when this virus came.
Yeah.
So
And that's
like
my
I
point.
don't I
Yeah.
don't know why they keep trying to ignore that. Act like, oh, it's black people doing some shit. Listen, before this shit happened, black people fucking Asian people up if they got out of line or whatever the situation may be. And it might be some niggas out there that can't stand Asian people, but you don't know what that
They're probably
Asian
Trump supporters.
or what Asian people did to black people. You don't know that. You don't know the history. Sometimes they don't even know the history between black and Asian people in the community.
Yeah.
So this whole notion is oh, this is black people going around hating on Asian people. Bullshit. Nigga, was it black people that went around and killed people? Killed Asians? No, it was a white guy.
Yeah.
How about that?
And that's
We'll whip a little ass.
yeah.
We ain't killing nobody.
And that's why I think that this bill was like, didn't really do nothing. What I want to see is like, these Republicans and Trump and all these other nut jobs, that perpetuate this stuff. I want to see them be held accountable. A bill doesn't make these Republicans that started perpetuating that stuff being held accountable.
Right. It doesn't stop them from continue to go in there and talking about. Remember they kept talking the Kung Fu flu and all that came
Yeah,
from
China
them.
virus.
The China virus. They did that. Listen. And then the token black niggas come out, or the token minority people come out and start speaking that racist bullshit. And then all them ignorant ass Negroes and minority people didn't understand when this shit started, when the white people started riling this shit up against Asians, and then black people start doing some stuff to Asians, they was going to use you motherfuckers to act like it was us. And you see what happened, right? You see what happened? Soon a black person did something, oh, black people out here Asian hate. It's them. No, it wasn't. No, it's not. What shit did you heard that black people went on a shooting spree and just went to some Asian shit and just shot they shit up and killed them?
No.
But somehow, some of my Asian brothers and sisters, you think this is our fault? Really? Please stop.
Now, come on, it's Trump's fault. Like, and it's kind of like stupid that like a lot of people don't see that. I mean, what the heck did like when Trump is saying? I mean, this is the same guy who said Mexicans did all the raping and stuff like that, and he's saying stuff like Kung flu and China virus in his speeches, and then all of a sudden, like that's when the attacks started happening. So obviously, like we discussed, like we just live amongst a lot of stupid people that don't know anything, or they don't, or like put two and two together. So like, I mean, these attacks started when Trump started going on those little rants and stuff like that.
Listen, and
Yeah.
you know how hypocritical they are, right? When we say the Republican Party stands for racism. Now all of them may not be racist, but that's what the party stands for. Right? They can't accept that. Oh no, how you gonna label us all that? But you did that with the Mexicans. You did that with us. You did that with the Chinese. And just because you got some Asian Americans in this country that was born here doesn't mean that they're supposed to forget about their history, their ancestors. You give it up? You understand what I'm saying? So, and you got to understand this too. A lot of these Asian Americans, some of these immigrants, they probably maybe fourth generation American. They ain't got like 10 to 20 generation. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they got a lot of generation here, generation of their people here. So of course they got to go back. That's their culture. Even in here in America, they still go by some of their Asian and Chinese culture. So that whole notion when they did that, you put a target on their back.
Yep.
And that's why I keep telling people, words matter.
Yep.
And then they want to come, oh, we're not talking about Asian Americans. It's too late. It's too late. Come on.
Yeah. And also, like I kind of think that, like, I'm starting to see through this like, why Asians are the most protected color group, you know, in the country, and why they've been uplifted to the higher economic status. Because I think that, like, they were used as like a carrot on the stick for the other groups, like, as of like it's sending the message like, oh well, these non-white people worked hard and they did what they were supposed to do, and blah blah blah, and you other color group, like, you're just not trying hard. But I see through the illusion of that. Like, of course, like in this system we live under, like, you know, people at the bottom, or if you're in a low economic status, or, you know, or whatnot, like, it's almost impossible to, like, you know, get to that, you know, that higher position that, like, a lot of whites and Asians are at. But really, like, you know, like, yeah, a lot of, like, Asians, like, they're in, like, more better positions in life. Like, they're kind of like higher on the ladder. But at the same time, the white supremacist system still sees them as a less.
Listen,
And, you know, yeah,
listen, because of the reason, because of that, they look at a lot of they look at the Asian community in a certain type, because the Asian community is one of the race, you know, one of the countries that actually create technology. They create shit. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It comes there.
Yep.
And they're not willing. And the one thing I tell you about America is what people don't really realize about white America is that they respect other countries oppressing their own people to benefit, to be powerful. They respect that shit. And why you think they don't go fuck with little what's his name from Korea? Little Kim Kim. They don't fuck with little Kim Kim. You know why? Can't fuck with little Kim Kim right now. You know why? Because first of all, he protected from other Asian countries, right? And two is that one thing America does love, white America love, of oppressing people. They love that shit because we do it here.
Yep.
They do it here. So, like, how you don't have no? That's why the Israel shit. They so so quick to side with that motherfucking the Israel government is because they're oppressing people. They okay with that. Russia, same shit. People that we shouldn't even be in business with. We do business with them. It's one thing of saying, hey, it's a respect level we gonna have. We ain't gonna fuck with y'all. Don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? Don't fuck with our allies. But we make them allies because of business. So it's not a moral compass that America pretends that they, you know what I'm saying, that they trying to get the world, other countries, more of a democracy. It's bullshit. We don't even live in a democracy. So how the fuck are you gonna try to like act like, oh, we trying to get them to have a democracy? Please stop.
Yeah.
Why? Because we have more minorities over here in this country? Means nothing.
Yeah.
The policy, if you get deep down into the policies and the Constitution will tell you that don't really matter like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the First Amendment protects racism.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of our laws and amendments and all that stuff, it's two-faced, and you know, but a lot of people who just, you know, take it at face value for like, you know, how they like to narrate it and say, oh well, we live in a democracy, we're free and stuff. Now, if you saw the like two sides of the face, so to speak, then yeah, you know that that's BS.
And I think people don't even understand the difference between the Republican and the Democrat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Israel is ran by like Netanyahu. He's a Republican. Okay? You look at um, Putin. He's a Republican. They believe all in that same ideology. The
Yeah,
same
conservative.
ideology that the Republican Party has in this country. It's the same shit. And you go around, just look around in them dictator countries. Go and look
Yeah.
around them. It's just they're the same people of like how our Republican Party is here. It's no different, dude. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I be trying to get people to understand that it is a difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. It is a big difference.
It
So
is.
I just don't understand why they and like I said, a part of it comes from people don't educate themselves, right? Or if people do know, excuse me, they willing to ignore it to get paid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's to sell out their own people, they okay with that. That's why I said it's almost heartbroken. It's almost heartbreaking when you see different races of people, minority people, and black people sell out their people. Cause you just looking at them like, yo, come on, man, really? Come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, that's why, like, like, I mean, as ignorant as this may sound, like, I just, like, I gave up dating within my own race. Like a lot of these, a lot of these Asian women, my God, it's like they want, like, they are so, like, in this, like, white fetish mindset where they want to, keep, chasing white dudes, like, either to uplift their social or economic image, or or it's because I don't know, like they kind of like brought into this, they kind of bought into the stereotype that Asian dudes ain't really that attractive, but like I just sort of like like plus like we make up like what 5-6% of the population, so like my dating pool in terms of dating within my own is it's kind of small, but I don't look. I look for personality. Like I don't look for like money. I don't look for the kind of quality job you got. It's like what kind of person are you? That's what it boils down to.
Right. OG, you back in?
Yes, sir. Can you gentlemen hear me?
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what?
we
That
hear you.
was. Hold on. That was on my end. Hold on. I'll fuck OG shit up. My bad, OG. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. OG.
Yes,
OG.
sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's on my
Can you
end.
hear
My
me,
bad.
Kenny?
Yeah. I hear you.
No, it's
That
all
was on
good.
my
Yeah, we
end.
hear
My bad. I fucked OG shit up. My fault. I didn't intentionally try to do it, but I fucked up. I was fucking with shit. My bad, OG. That's why we couldn't OG fuck with OG. I just remembered. I said maybe it's on something on my end that I did. And it happened a while ago when we was just we talking about this shit. It was some shit I was doing, but anyway, go ahead.
No, well, this is why the American way, from my opinion, is based on nationalism and racism. They tell us
you.
that we're the greatest country in the world, we're better than everyone else, and then
Hmm.
they break it down into segments within that. Oh, and for me, I'm old enough that I've experienced shit, I've seen shit, I've read shit, educate myself, and then most of all through a personal life experience. And that's what's shaped my views and my values of who I am today. That's why I rock with you. I mean, you give it how it is, and clearly, um, I'm a minority, and I haven't experienced everything that everyone else has. But I mean, the shit that I've experienced has been traumatic, and I'm sure many more have experienced many folds over than what I've experienced. Um, so that's why I rock with you, and that's why I rock with the show, and that's why I rock with everyone in here, is because
Hmm.
um, I mean, you said it how it is. I'm not in agreement with Kenny all the time. Everyone who comes on here, they're my brothers and my sisters, and I have nothing but love and respect for everyone coming on here and voicing their opinion, so we all could learn from one another. But I just approach shit trying to be open minded and absorb and have empathy. I've seen shit with my mom, and even in her because I am I come from a mixed background. You know, there's conflict amongst even within the family. You know, and so you know you can't choose your family, but you could choose who your friends are and who you rock with. And I choose you guys over some of my people in
Yeah.
my own family.
Yeah.
And
Same here.
listen, and I like to say this. Listen, hold on, mute your shit, OG, because you're giving everybody echo. Listen, I need people to understand this. If everybody agree with me, it'd be bullshit. Like you can't listen. I don't agree with everything OG be saying. Like I don't agree with it. You know damn well I don't agree with Weezy be saying. Especially everything he be saying. I don't agree with everything Frank say. Like I don't agree with everybody. Like and so I'm okay with you not agreeing with all the shit that I agree with. You know what I mean? But at the same time, morally we have to be on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get what I mean? Like it's certain shit that we have to always agree on. I think a part of what's wrong with society right now, people don't understand that. See, like back in the day, like there's certain shit that it doesn't matter if you didn't like it or not. Morally, you had to stand on that because it was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to be a part of. It was the right thing to side with that. But now we in this moment, hey, freedom of speech. We got to just say whatever we want to say. When I hear that shit, all I hear is white supremacy. Because the only people that was actually the only race that was running around saying, not even saying it, they could just do the shit. The shit that they're saying, they used to can just do it. It didn't matter if it was right or wrong. They just go around and say and do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And the only race was white people. So when I hear black and minority people sitting out here talking that bullshit, it's our freedom, our right to say everything. Nigga, y'all better slow the fuck down. Don't stop acting like these white folks. We trying to check these white folks of calming down their language. And you niggas out here putting a battery in their back. When you on the opposite, listen, if everybody could say and do whatever they wanted to do, mainly say, it'll be a lot of hurt feelings around this bitch. It'll be World War motherfucking what, 8, 9 or something. We gonna skip some wars.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I
Like
like that.
seriously, if I wanted to say what I really truly how I feel about shit that I see, nigga, let's start a war. Especially if I had some power. But just imagine a motherfucker got the power and he just think that he can just go around and say whatever he want to say. Because it feels good. It feels right. Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. If I seen Trump in the back alley, and I knew I couldn't get locked up for beating the dog shit out of him, I'll beat the shit out of a Trump supporter. Real talk.
Yeah.
And Trump. I'll fuck them all up. Because listen, words have consequences. I don't know why people don't understand that. That's why, listen, if I told you actually how I feel about everything, nigga, this ain't no reason for me to do the show.
Yeah.
It should be canceled. I'm just telling you that now. You thought hold on. You thought they suspended me because I the Meghan McCain shit. Oh man, if I really said how I feel, nigga, I've been suspended. They've been shut down this channel. I'm just telling y'all the truth. But I still say what I want to say, but I say it in a way that where people won't get so offended. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I do. But I mean what I say. But I just said it in a different way so people won't be so offended. Because you're going to get offended by anything. People going to get offended by anything. Fuck out of here. But go ahead, Weezy, what you wanted to say, bro?
Yeah, your mom say, "Hey, what's up, y'all guys?" I told her, "Yeah, I'm on."
Hey, you tell moms I'm
Tell
her
us that hi
big.
too.
Hey, Weezy, you tell moms I'm her biggest fan and I love her.
Yeah, I appreciate
Hey,
that.
Kenny,
Give
can I make
O.B.F
a
a round of
suggestion real
applause
quick?
for that.
Go ahead. Go ahead, OG.
Can I make a suggestion first? I mean, we should really consider getting a tea with mom on there too.
No, yeah.
I
I
know I'd buy
already
it.
thought of it. I already thought of it. KB got this my head rolling. I'm my mama's son, you know. So, I rocks with it. The lady, I love it. It's my queen, and I rocks with her, you know. I do what I do because of her. I just don't know this passion comes from, her, and like I said, I be talking a lot of shit up in here and shit like that, just no, but that's how I do, so shout out to moms and shit.
Yeah,
I'm,
but
I'm
Wheezy,
glad
why we love
y'all.
you is Wheezy, why we love you is because you as crazy as much as you are passionate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If I was in an
I love
alley
the
and had to
passion.
fight my way out, I'd want Wheezy, and Kenny there to help me fight
I'm
my way out of
throwing,
there. I know
yeah, I'm
Wheezy will
throwing
just
heat around.
go crazy. He will just go jump on the mob.
I appreciate that. My whole life, and you know what? Like I said, I don't want to get no biography of, my life, but everybody know I'm from Louisiana. That's where the Louisiana will come in there, and we scrape down here, and I'm 48 years old, so yeah, niggas might try to get along now, but when I come up, white people wasn't having that shit. I went to school, nigga this, nigga that. I'm from that motherfucking field. So the way I feel right now, it ain't because of shit, black power shit. I've been feeling this shit since I was a kid. And that's why I say can't nobody talk to me. I've been doing this shit. And you know what? And I'll piggyback on what Kenny said. If you get offended by what we fucking say, how about this shit? Bring your ass in the building. We can talk about that. How about that? Don't be in the chat talking shit. Come up in here and challenge me and talk that shit.
Yeah, people are
Give a
passive
fuck what
aggressive.
nobody's saying. Give a fuck about this shit.
OG, you got to mute your
Niggas
shit.
can't
Getting
talk to
everybody
me.
echo, OG.
Tired of these motherfuckers up here just talking. I told y'all. I said this. What's worse than a dumb nigga is a smart dumb nigga. I'd rather hang with a dumb nigga than a smart dumb nigga. A nigga just think they smarter, dumber than a motherfucker.
Right, and because you got to think about the dumb nigga. The dumb nigga don't know no better. He really truly don't. He know he don't know no better. But the smart dumb motherfucker think he the smartest motherfucker in the room. But he
And
dumb.
dumber than a motherfucker.
Like, I don't understand, man.
Motherfuckers can't talk to me. And you know what? Sometimes I come on the show and I get passionate and I be talking and shit like that. But I've been this way my whole motherfucking life. And when I see shit that goes on, in society and shit like that, I gotta speak out about that shit. I gotta talk to these motherfuckers. I gotta talk to them.
Listen,
So
everybody, listen. I'm gonna let Frank jump in. Everybody don't understand this. Listen, sometimes, man, like you get frustrated because people are stupid. Like some people trying to pretend that they know some shit and they don't. Like, dude, like you could be the most smartest smart person I know. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have any reality lifestyle with that book smart, you ain't really that smart. That's just like a nigga that just only know street shit. He ain't got no book smart. You be like that dumbass nigga. You get what I mean? Like, you get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, Honestly, I don't even understand why people don't understand that.
Street niggas selling dope. He got to learn how to count his motherfucking money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he gotta learn how shit is outside of that shit. You get what I
Those are
mean?
facts.
You can't just be a smart dope dealer. You get what I'm saying? Nigga.
There's no balance. Yeah.
Right, you gotta balance that out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I told you, listen, the smartest niggas that ever sold dope, believe it or not, is not the niggas that got caught and then all of a sudden they say, you know what, I'm gonna change my life. Right? No, it be the motherfuckers that I know. And I'm one of them. I sold dope. I was one of those niggas, and I ain't saying I was the biggest dude in the world, but I had my little shit. I'm pushing something. Listen, I ain't never got caught with none of that shit. None of it. Because I was smart. I understood. And I had smart people around me. You get what I mean? Even the dumb niggas I had around me that couldn't move beyond what they were seeing, that's fine. You had those niggas. They soldiers. They gonna ride. But you gotta have niggas outside of that to make you smarter. I had that. So that's why motherfuckers be like, oh, you ain't got no police record. Good.
Yeah.
Nigga, I wouldn't be where I'm at if I did. Fuck wrong with you.
What niggas know about that 20 off a bill? Have
But
some other niggas selling it for every 100. I give you 20. You know, but you know that's street shit. You know, I don't want to put
that's street
that out
shit. And
there.
I ain't glorifying it. No, I don't want people to think I'm glorifying this shit. We glorify. We just saying.
No, you know.
But hold on. We got Shay up in the middle. What up, Shay, baby? Listen. All I'm saying is, you gotta have smart motherfuckers around you, okay? But if you just around a bunch of niggas that think the same way you think, then you gonna fall victim. I don't give a fuck what profession you in, what criminal organization you in. If everybody thinks the same and nobody thinks out of the side of the box, I mean, come on, bad shit gonna happen.
Gonna get done.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Frank. What you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, everybody just runs around with the Dunning-Kruger effect, where they just think they're. I think that really stems from what the Kruger effect is that stupid people who think they're smart. But I think that what it really stems from is that like when people get these, especially people who are in these entry-level jobs where it requires them to go to school, and then like if they're a computer programmer or a physicist or something like that. Like they automatically walk around thinking that they really know it all just because they got success. Well, like that's been proven many times that like having a successful job doesn't automatically mean that you're smart. And
right.
especially the fact that you got like a lot of money and stuff. I mean, Trump has billions, but he's dumb as fuck. So
and you got to think about it as well, is that you're not really fully free as a person a lot of times when you live your life through other people beliefs in a way. Like, you get what I mean? Like how society runs, I get it. I respect some of it. But I move how I move. You get what I mean? I move how what makes me happy. I don't do shit that because of everybody else is doing it. Or that's what works for them. Because what works for you may not work for me. So I gotta move a certain type of way. That's why, like, on some real talk, like it's the same thing with Weezy. Like, I got so upset of how Weezy was thinking about this shit. And I was like, yo, hold on, man. I'm tripping. But it took a minute. Because like I said, I don't know everything. And sometimes I could be wrong about some shit and not see it. Right? Weezy feel that way about it because that's Weezy experience. And then it's not like I didn't know anybody that don't act. I ain't gonna say don't act like, but people that don't act like Weezy. I know people that act like Weezy. I know people that think the same way Weezy think. But that ain't my life. So, but I can't get mad at him. And like I said, I ain't never heard Weezy say, and I can say this, right? This is why I had to think about this shit again. I never heard Weezy say he'd treat anybody else differently. He just said that I just don't fuck with white people like that. And there ain't never been no white person in my life ever did anything good for me. Is that a lie? Is that hate? No.
Those are facts.
That's just his lifestyle. That's how he grew up. It's plenty of white people in this country ain't never been around black people like that, dude.
I
And
appreciate that.
they actually hate people.
That clearing that up. I appreciate it.
They ain't been around black people like that, and they actually hate black folks. But I ain't never heard Weezy come out and say, well, I did hear you say it, but I told you stop saying that shit because that put you in the same atmosphere as them about hating. You get what I mean? You dislike them. You don't like white people like that, and that's fine. Nigga, listen. I ain't gonna say I don't like all white people, but I don't like a lot of white people. I don't like what I don't like what white culture stand for in America, and that's as a whole.
I co-sign that.
So did that make me racist? Did that make it seem like I hate white people? No. Listen, nigga. I told you my mentor is a white dude. Okay, help me get out the hood. So I ain't that dude. So for motherfuckers to be coming on the channel or family members be, oh, we don't watch him and we gonna turn our back on you because you fucking with Kenny. Nigga, shame on you. Kill yourself. Seriously. You on the wrong side of history, bro. Ain't nobody talking about we hate white people over here. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate no race. I got niggas on this channel. How about this? Since you want to think Kenny all bad, Opinion about facts all bad, I got niggas on this channel of stop saying they hate. Am I right or wrong? Every word came out of a lot of niggas' mouths, not just Weezy. It wasn't just Weezy. Whole bunch of people. I hate this. I hate that. I hate these I hate that. Stop saying that shit. And you know where I learned that at? Even though me and my mom ain't cool to this day. You know where I learned that from? My mama. My mama told me that. You don't go around talking about you hate people. Or you hate this and you hate that. Because that makes you like them. My mama taught me that. A former crackhead, nigga.
My mom told me I
the
be
fuck is wrong with
so
people?
much shit.
That's why I said. That's why I tell Weezy a lot of times. Hold on. That's when Weezy come out and say nobody can tell him nothing. He right in certain incidents. Is he right? Nobody can tell me about that, nigga. You can't tell me that I'm a racist. You can't tell me that I hate people. My whole purpose of being on this show is to try to get people to stop hating. It's my whole purpose. It's the whole reason for the show. Go ahead, bro.
I be talking so much shit. Mom, shout out to Mom. I'm boisterous and I be talking. And Mom look at me, Mom just tell me, well, don't hate them, hate their ways. So, you know, she had to break it down to me and shit like that. And, you know, that's why I didn't, you know, I involved, you know, with the way I motherfucking think, you know, because like I said, I don't want to go in it. You know, I've been in this field, you know, and shit like that. And, you know, coin the phrase, can't, like you say, can't nobody tell me nothing. You're right. Everybody on here, different lifestyles and shit like that. And, you know, when I hear some shit, you know, that somebody say or
Sometimes
ever
it's foreign.
you know,
Because you ain't never been, that ain't your
exactly.
lifestyle.
Those are
Right.
facts. It's foreign to me. I'm like, God damn, I've been living this life since I was a fucking kid. Why can't nobody think like me?
Right.
You know,
But they don't supposed to.
I apologize for that.
Yeah, but nobody's supposed to live your life, my life, nothing like that.
Those are facts. So, you know, when I hear something, you know, I'm just passionate about the shit, and I apologize for my passion.
Hold on. The one thing about that was people got to understand. I'm gonna let OG jump in, but the one thing I gotta let people get people to understand: just because somebody don't live your life, don't mean that you're supposed to have a closed mind to shit. Because that's the whole purpose of people being different from you, because you gotta hear their perspective. You gotta hear how they was raised or how they was going through some shit. But I'll tell you one goddamn thing what I don't want to give a fuck about your reality or what you've been going through. If you're a racist, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Nigga, I will. Hey, nigga, I draw the line in the sand right there.
I'm right.
If you're a sell, if
I'm
you're
right
if
there.
you're a sellout piece of shit, coon ass, buck dancing nigga or
I'm right
minority,
there.
I'm drawing the line. I don't give a fuck how you feel, what your life was. It doesn't matter to me.
Like Dave Chappelle say, I am a racist connoisseur. So you know, when it come these crackers, I can talk about that shit. I dealt with that shit my whole life. So what best believe if you in the chat or guess what? When I say some shit, guess what? I know how these motherfuckers is. And
No, we talking to you. Well, actually,
know,
we talking to you. That's who we talk. That's who all of us
yo,
talking to. We talking to
those are
you,
facts.
racist pieces of shit. But go ahead, OG.
You know, that's why I rock with you. And I mean, I'm closer with you guys, like I mentioned before, than some of my own people, because you know what? I know what I've been through. We all got our own experiences, but even though we all different and we different ages and different backgrounds and different perspective of things, there's still a collective unity. I have,
Yeah.
I seen shit that, I'm sure it hasn't been as bad as a lot of people, but I've seen shit. I've been through
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Even through with my own family. And I'm at the age, and I've been, where I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna say it as I see it. I ain't gonna worry about anyone's feelings. I ain't gonna worry about, trying to keep people next to me. I mean, even if it's dropping some family members, you know what?
I
I don't need you.
co-sign that. I
Yeah.
co-sign that, OG.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people in my adopted white family. Yeah. I mean, of course, my grandfather is a Trump supporter, and he's been a racist. At least towards black people, he's been a racist. But somehow he's never had a problem with me,
First,
even
hold
though.
on, time out, time out,
Yeah.
time out. Let me cut you off, Frank. But hold on, time out. First of all, if you're a racist to any race, you are just a racist. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's
Yeah.
just you just hate black people. You're a racist. Period. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. Like I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying to them, people like
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, you just hate black people, nigga. You hate
Yeah.
everybody. You a
Yeah.
hater. You hate people. That's what you do. How you hate all black people and you don't know all black people. I don't even know
Yeah.
all black people. So how the fuck are you gonna hate a whole race of people when I don't even know all black people? Think about that. Think about
Yeah.
how stupid and ignorant that shit is about racist people.
Yeah.
But go ahead,
You don't
Frank.
know.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, but you want to know something about my grandfather? Like, my mom tells me that he can't even make a sandwich. Like, literally, he can't make a sandwich. Like, he's that stupid. everyone, everyone on my everyone on my maternal side of the family is stupid as hell. My mom freaking thinks that the capital of France is London. He said that before. I'm like, oh my god, what was I adopted into? I mean, I think
Motherfucker
I think
say
that's the
How
reason.
many
he
pieces
can't
of
even make
bread?
a sandwich.
How many pieces of bread goes on the sandwich again?
If you're asking my grandfather, probably like three.
That's
One.
fucked up. That's fucked up. They say he can't even know how. He don't know how to make a sandwich. That's fucked up. But sometimes, listen, you gotta tell the truth about your own people. Sometimes it
Yeah.
happens.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think that
People are
he's
ignorant,
only
man.
nice to me. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's only nice to me because like my mom adopted me in. Because I think if I wasn't related to him, then yeah, he wouldn't have wanted anything to do with me. But
Listen,
yeah.
the slave owners was nice to some black people too.
Yeah.
That's why they let them in the house.
Yeah.
Those are thoughts.
Well, because they sucked up to them. That's why.
they
Those are thoughts right
listen. They raised some black kids too. You know why? Because they was theirs.
Yeah.
And those are also facts.
Come on, man. You gotta stop playing these games. Like we in 2021, but that don't mean shit changed that much. I wish people stop pretending. Like, come on. Fuck out of here, man. Listen. You only change when you know when you know the truth. Even
Yeah.
if it hurts. You know what I mean? The truth hurts. I tell people that all the time. The truth hurts. The truth supposed to make you a little upset. The truth supposed to make you a little uncomfortable. Because you know why? It's hard to be right. It's hard to be standing on the side of truth.
Yeah.
It's
And
easy.
those are facts.
It's
I
easy to
got
be
a
wrong.
question.
Oh, hold on. It's easy. Hold on. I'm gonna let you
Okay.
jump in, Weezy. It's easy to be wrong. It's very easy to do the bad shit. It's easy to do that. Nigga, that's why you think everybody, if you just think about society, why everybody, when they watch movies or whatever the situation may be, right, they like the bad guy. Why is that? Because it's easy to be the bad guy. It's hard to be the good guy. And and the psychological shit of what happens in America too is that they always trying to make it seem like all the police are good because you watch the movies and shit. The police officer, whoever in law enforcement, is the good guys. That's why you in Blue Lives Matter, because these motherfuckers really think that the police are the good guys. Police, they think the whole police department. Don't matter if they bad or not. They make excuse. Oh, they human. Okay, but being in charge of people's lives comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
You don't get to act like everybody else. You don't get to say, "Oh, I'm a regular human being." You don't get to do that. When you think of a leader or you think of somebody responsible for other people's lives, you look at them as a fucking they're like superheroes. You feel me? So those so-called superheroes, those law enforcement guys, they don't get to say that they're regular people. You're not. You are in charge. You are in control of people's lives. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. So I don't want to hear no more police unions, no more police all talking about, we good police officers. Fuck you. Fuck you. You bitches are horrible. And you are a bad superhero. You was a good superhero. Well, you was from the beginning. You never was, but you was trying to do better, and then you turned back around and started being bad. Y'all horrible. We figured it out. You bitches ain't superheroes. You ain't the good guys. You're a part of the motherfucking problem. You siding with the bad guys. You just do bad shit in a different way. You're a different gang. You ain't the Crips, you ain't the Blood, you the boys in blue.
Those are facts.
The fuck out of here. But go ahead, Weezy, what you wanted to say, bro?
I got a question. I'm just see y'all answer and shit like that. Damn.
Go ahead,
Can
Weezy.
y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. America is 65% white people, 13% black people. I just
think
speak
it's
the
lower than
facts.
that.
Those are facts. Let me
I
get it
think it's
off.
lower than that. I think it's lower than that. I think it's about
Okay,
maybe
yeah, I
about
rocks with that.
50%. I think it's about
Okay,
50 now. Cause them
okay, I
bitches ain't
rocks with
producing.
that.
They ain't
It's
producing.
a
They ain't
law.
fucking. They ain't got no babies coming out, nigga. That's
Okay,
why they
it's a
mad.
law that in America that you cannot fly a swastika flag. That's a law. You
You said a
That's a
swastika
hate
flag.
crime and shit like that. How about this? How about this Trump supporters of white people?
You said a
All right,
swastika flag.
all right.
Yeah, it's the Nazi flag.
The Confederacy seceded
They still swing that. What are you talking about? They still got that up.
from the Union, but white people can fly a Confederate flag. But white people get offended when they see a swastika, but they don't get offended when they see a Confederate flag. How about that? What the fuck are
Swastika was
these
German,
white
that's
people
why.
talking about?
Because
Shut up, white people.
because they
Shut
try
up.
because they
Roll your motherfucking ass off the fucking porch. Shut up.
Hold on, Weezy. The reason they do that is all mind fucking shit. But the reason
Hey, I gotta go out and come back in.
all right.
Cause I had a phone call come in. Now I can't hear y'all.
All right.
All right, most of them.
But the reason they do that is because of the simple fact is whitewashing history. Because see, what white people don't want to tell you, white America don't want to tell you, is that when we were fighting the Nazis and shit, black people was there, we was involved in that shit, and mind you, white people didn't have any rights. They don't want to tell you about that. You get what I mean? They was racist they damn self. They was Hitler. Okay, where do you think Hitler got that idea of doing what he did? He got that from us.
Yep.
Well, not us, but you know what I mean. White America at that time.
Yeah.
Those are facts.
Come on now.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of other fucking countries. They were still racist. You get what I mean? Like, come on. But mainly got it from America. But they don't want to tell you that. So they whitewash shit and try to, Nazi, the Nazi flag is bad, but Confederate is okay. It's the same shit.
Yep.
It's the same shit. It's white nationalist shit. Okay? It's the same shit. Stop. That's why when the motherfuckers talking about, it was part of our heritage. Well, a bunch of races then. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what it stood for. What good did the Confederates do for other races of people? I need to know that. And if you can tell me that, and it actually makes any sense, then we can have a conversation. But until they answer that question for me, what the fuck are we having a conversation about these motherfucking Confederate flying wearing motherfuckers? And they wearing this shit on their shirts and hats and all that other fuck shit. I say Confederate nigga, I'm telling you like this, I'm grabbing my gun.
You see, they have a Confederate woman's swimwear. that exists. Trust me.
Nigga, and that's just like when you go down there at all of a sudden they had a problem with it. When George Floyd died, all of a sudden NASCAR, all of a sudden we not flying that shit no more. What? No, keep it up. Cause we know goddamn well there ain't no black people going to no NASCAR.
Yeah.
We ain't going to that shit.
Yeah, and also since when George Floyd, the George Floyd thing happened, Mississippi took the Confederate flag emblem off the flag.
That's all symbolism to me.
Yeah.
Be who you are. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You still got racist policies like the Confederate. So what changed? You can't just get rid of a symbol and act like shit changed. It haven't changed. Mississippi still one of the most racist countries in the world. I mean, racist states in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So, ain't nothing changed in Mississippi. Nothing. And any of them other fucking racist ass states have nothing changed. Nothing changed. The policies haven't changed. They're still racist as a fuck. And like I said, they trying to they in the process of stealing an election. That's all they doing. But like I said, if it go the way that they think it's going to go, and if it go that way, they in a rude awakening in 2024. But I just believe, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very honest about this because I know they're trying to do voter suppression and shit. Now, I'm going to be honest about this. I didn't do this in the last election. I believe every black person vote Democrat. Even if we didn't vote for Joe Biden or any of those Democrats, right? We can't allow them to do that shit.
No.
Go out and vote. I don't care. Just vote for the Democrat. You ain't got to know their policies. Just go and vote. That's what I'm on now. Because they basically trying to cheat. Yeah. Motherfucker talking about your vote don't count or you can get arrested and go to jail for giving a motherfucker a bottle of water and food. Please, man. Come on, man. What type of shit is that? What type of shit is that? I don't even think they was doing that shit. Like, that shit is almost like, I don't even want to compare that because it's just fucked up.
Well, you see what they're doing. They gerrymander the whole election, And then in minority communities, there's not enough poll workers, or
Yeah,
they don't
but
have
no, no, no,
enough
no, 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 no,
polling
no. Hold on,
stations.
hold on, OG. Let me cut you off. Even juryman is not working for them no more. That's why they changed the law the way they did. Juryman ain't working for them. Because all black people got to do is get out and vote. That's all we got to do. We'll stop all this dumb shit. You know what I mean? The problem with black people is that, and it's not even all black people fault. It's the Democrat Party fault. You can't keep telling us the same old bullshit and you ain't gonna do nothing. Right? Juryman do hurt, but we work around it if we vote. You get what I'm saying? So just like I said, the midterms coming up. I don't care if you black, I'm voting. I don't give a fuck who the Democrat is. I'm voting. I don't want no Republican to win at all.
Yeah. Because
Sorry.
every time a Republican gets in there, like especially for the past 30 years, it's like things just get worse. Like they mess everything up.
I don't care about the years or nothing like that, the history of it. I'm voting just because they passing these dumbass laws, and that goes for everybody in those states that they're passing that fucked up law. Because it's not everywhere, but they pushing it everywhere where Republican states are. Anybody black or good white person or good minority people, make sure you go out and vote for a Democrat, regardless if you disagree with them or not. You do not allow these fucking Republicans to steal an election. That's all they doing. They trying to say, "Oh, we lost the election, so and they stole it from him. We think we think they stole it." But mind you, they won't tell you that those same rules for the election was Republican standards rules for the election. That shit been there in 2018. It was there in 2016 when Trump won. Okay? So they lying about some shit got stolen. They ain't got no evidence. They just lying, making up shit. Conspiracy theory shit. Fuck out of here. Every black person in these states or minority people, you go and vote for a Democrat regardless if you disagree with the Democrat or not. Because you do not allow one party to steal a fucking election because they in the power of that state. And you need to get those motherfuckers out there anyway. You need to vote for any Democrat just to get them the fuck out of there, and then we can work on a better Democrat. Get that motherfucker out of there. He's trying to cheat. They trying to cheat. How you try to cheat in an election, dude? And then try to pretend, we're trying to protect the vote. How? When you cutting off people from voting, cutting people off of like time that they need to vote. How is that cheating? That's not cheating. I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I say I never ever vote for a Republican a day in my life. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. They're just now a bunch of fascists. That's what they are. Like there was probably a point in time where they were like conservative in a way, but now they're just like a full on dictator mindset. They just want to control everything.
Listen, I don't give a fuck when the Republican Party was the party that ended slavery. I don't give a fuck if it was the Republican Party that gave black people their rights. They still was all racist.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? They still was all racist. You got to remember, okay, they did what they did, right? But how many black people was in Congress at that time? You can't even name them. They all was racist. The Democrat and the Republican. We got rid of slavery. We got rid of. We stopped. We got people to vote. Dude, y'all was racist anyway. The reason that you did what you did because you seen Martin Luther King and Malcolm X get ready to combine and get ready to fuck this country up. That's what happened. I keep trying to tell y'all about what Martin and Malcolm was getting ready to do. The reason that it's not talked about like that is because it didn't happen. But it was in progress. Martin was getting ready to bring his side of the black people, and Malcolm was getting ready to bring his side of the black people. And shit was getting ready to change in America, and they seen it. You feel me? And then at that period of time, a lot of these minorities that you see now, they was siding with us. Because they was getting treated like shit. Okay? And listen, white America knew that. The Democrats and the Republicans. So what the Republicans thought, well, what the Democrats thought, they were saying, well, they seen some Democrats siding with the Republicans of changing this shit, even though they both was on some fuck shit. But they seen that some of the Democrats was siding with the Republicans. So that racist party of the Democrat Party all of a sudden turned racist. And hold up. And don't forget either, on the Republican side that so-called gay black people rights, a lot of them that was on the Republican side of the party didn't vote for that bill. Didn't vote to push that shit for black people to get rights. Okay? So remember that. So when they started selling, it was our party that did that, bitch. Even if it was your party, a majority of the people on that party was against it. The reason that the bill passed like that was because of some of the Democrats that you claimed that was racist back then, right? Which they were, right? But they understood the movement that was happening between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, that black people was going to get this uprising. They knew it. People need to learn their history a little bit about them times too. But go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, I like someone that 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 like I see as someone that is a different race from me. Like I like acknowledge that, yeah, like someone's a different race from me, no matter what they are. But like still, like I still look at that like who you are as a person. Like like if you're this person where you just don't want to listen to accept hard truths, and you just want to like get emotional and and insensitive every time that like even if I'm not like, and a lot of what I say, like I don't try to be offensive or like hurtful to people. Like I just say very harsh truths. But then there's a lot of people in this country that get all insensitive and and try and they look at you with like such disgust and even hate for saying so. And and if you're someone who would rather value someone for the kind of job they have, the amount of money they got, and all the other stuff, and the what they own material in a material way, but like then yeah, I just don't see myself connecting with you because apparently you're putting this external stuff first rather than the internal stuff, which is like the personality, the character, someone's merits. And if you're someone that's like that, then yeah, I just don't think that it'll work. Because I mean, yeah, like having some money just to support yourself is important, but like don't be in this mindset where you're where it's like, oh well, you could do more, or if you only have this small amount of money, if you live in this very small you know uh house or apartment, then well then then you're not trying hard enough. Like like you should be more like the rich people. Well, then I guess that that means that we're not going to work.
Listen, and people got to understand something too, is that
Yeah.
just because, like, people don't understand this, everybody got a bias.
Yeah.
We all bias because number one, we got a bias because we ain't perfect. So
Yeah.
that's automatically right there. So we got a bias, and people need to start accepting that. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You have to accept that. All right, you bias against your own people. It's just a bias because you know why? Because that person don't think like you think, so you're gonna always be a little biased, right? Just accept that. right?
Yeah.
So the problem is if you don't accept that you're going to be biased and try to pretend that you're not a racist and you're not biased, you don't see no color, then you really are part of the problem, right? We'll
Mhm.
never resolve anything when you have people like that.
Mhm.
But if you got listen, when you got openly racist people that actually say shit, or even black people that's bigotry, at least you know where you standing. So at least you know
Mhm.
what you can deal with and what you can't deal with. When you got people pretending that they're not something and they don't acknowledge racism, they don't acknowledge that they're biased and they got bigotries and shit like that and stuff like that. If you don't acknowledge that and biases and shit like that, then you're really more part of the problem than the racist. Cause I keep telling you, the people that are racist in this country that are sellouts and coons, they don't outweigh the good people. The problem is the good some people that's pretending that they're not racist or pretending that they don't have no bias or pretending they don't have no bigotry. Don't mean you fully a racist. It's just somehow sometimes you grow up a certain type of way and that's your you've been taught and been perceived and you perceive shit a certain type of way about a certain race of people. I mean that's just a factual thing. Let's just stop lying about it. I feel my way about white people as a whole a lot of the times. But then I had to check myself. You know what? That ain't all white people. That's what comes with being self-aware. That's what comes with being a responsible human being. You
Yeah.
gotta be responsible. You gotta be honest with yourselves. I mean, people don't
Yeah.
never want to be honest with themselves, and that's the problem. We
Yeah.
keep dealing with
Yep.
these. This shit is like a circle. We keep dealing with this shit over and over again, and it's not hard to get over. It's just that people don't want to be honest.
Yeah.
And Kenny, I
Stop it.
want to just
But
point out one
go ahead,
thing that
OG.
you said that was, I want to point out one thing that you said was extremely, extremely important, was being self-aware.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that is one of the most powerful things or honest things a person can do for oneself, is to be
Right.
self-aware and to be able to acknowledge your flaws and to be able to learn and to grow. Because we're all
Yeah.
not born at the same at the starting line, at the same starting line, and we're all not
Hmm.
born. I mean, we all, there's so many variables you could throw in there, but just being self-aware and being able to absorb the information and what's going on around you and being able to dissect it yourself is extremely powerful, as opposed to you turn on the mainstream media. You know, they're trying to brainwash you at every single
Hmm.
turn. They're trying to pump through
Hmm.
their agenda, and that's why I support and I rock with you, Kenny. I rock with, you know, independent media,
Hmm.
because you're not coming at it with a certain angle. You're coming at it from your life experiences, and I respect that. And I think
Now,
everyone on
you
here
know
who
what?
follows
The
you
crazy.
and
Hold
gets
up.
on.
Let me say this, OG. Me cut you off. Let you jump right back in. I'm not coming off at this as or my experience. I'm coming off at it as that as a free spirit of understanding that I am biased as well, but at least I can admit it. And I know that's
But
could be a
but
flaw of
that's what's
mine.
but that's what being self-aware is, because none of us are perfect. We all have our flaws and we all got to work at it. But if you're not
Hmm.
self-aware, there's no way you could work at it or work on
Yeah.
it or acknowledge it.
Yep. I agree.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
all of us, we're every single person is a flawed individual. No one's perfect, you know. And I never, you know, treated other people like I was better than them or anyone or anything like that, because I'm just the next guy. You know, I
Yeah.
value my life. I respect all, you know, but I keep my ear close to the ground. I pay attention. I see the tea leaves. I see the way, which way the wind is blowing, you know. And but I stand by what I believe, you know. And I am just like all of us. We are our life experiences, what we seen, what we dealt, what we felt, and that's where, you know, that's what shapes us, you know.
Hmm.
Me, I've seen so much my world flipped from moving from New York City to the sticks in Florida.
Mhm. Yeah.
From being from such a diverse school and area and whatnot to, I was like, what the fuck? Um,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so I call out injustices when I see them. I'm at that age that I don't give a fuck. I used to just not say anything. And then you lose some self-respect. You lose self-respect when you don't say shit that you feel is wrong, and either you take it or you don't speak up for someone else. And then you get to a point where you just seen enough that you throw out the
Snap.
fear,
Mhm.
and you stand up to it and you just call it out, even if it's dropping people that you thought were friends, or family members, or anyone.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be unapologetically, and when I see fuckery, I'm gonna call it out. And that's why I rock with
Mhm.
you. I mean, we could have a talk. We all have different backgrounds, but you
Yeah.
know what? I think the commonality is that when we see fuck shit, we call it out for what it is. No one gets a pass. We all got to look at ourselves because none of us are perfect. And anyway, that's why I rock with you. That's why I love what you
Yeah.
do, and I respect everyone on the panel, is because we all have our different life experiences. And you know what? This is more therapeutic for me than anything. That's
Mhm.
why I donated again, Kenny, to your Cash App at O.B.F. the Real.
Yeah, and all I was getting
I
ready to say
figure,
that.
you know
And
what?
make sure y'all guys donate to the channel. If you don't want to donate for me, donate to the channel for me. Donate for motherfucking OG, because OG is the one that basically pushed me to set this up. Because y'all know how I was about this shit, and I still don't feel all that good about it. But
It's a lot
I
cheaper than
trust my
therapy.
brother. I trust my brother.
It's it's a lot cheaper than therapy. I'll tell you that, and it's a better
Yeah.
session.
And people listen, and people need to understand this too. When you talk about like uh being self-aware, being self-aware means that sometimes you just gotta admit that you ain't right and you could be wrong, and just because you believe in something because you think it's the truth doesn't mean that it's right. You get what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I think I
if
said
I
this
really
before, Kenny.
hold on, if I really truly felt like I was saying some shit that really hurt people, I wouldn't say the shit I say. You get what I mean? Like honestly, if I really truly thought that, right? But and the reason I say I don't really truly feel like I know I hurt people like that is because I know people that are like they're better than me. They're better people than me. You feel me?
Mhm.
And they tell me like, "Yo, Kenny, you be saying some right shit." Not just on the chat. I'm talking about people I know, or some people I didn't know. I had people roll up on me like, "You got an opinion about facts, dude." In my own fucking neighborhood, never met me a day in my life. You get what I mean? I fuck with your shit, man. You be speaking that truth, yo. You're good. You good peoples. Like if I didn't think that I was doing anything right, I wouldn't even be speaking the way I speak to a certain extent, and I'll be very self-aware. Like I go back in my bag and figure out what the fuck am I saying to hurt people. But I had to understand too is that yes, I'm going to offend some people because sometimes truth hurts. It hurts. And I listen, and I'm fair, and I know I'm fair all around the board. I get on my own people, so I know if me getting on other races of people that offend you, oh well, I don't give a fuck because I do it to my own. So I ain't mad about that. But go ahead, OG, what you want to say before I pass it on to Frank?
You know, you know what? One of my favorite quotes of all time. It's a Muhammad Ali quote, and he said something to this effect. You show me a 50-year-old who thinks like a 20-year-old, and I'll show you someone who wasted 30 years of their life. I mean, we got
Right.
to evolve no matter what background we come from. We got to see shit for what it is, and call out fuckery at all levels.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the school I'm from. I mean, that's how I feel about the situation, and that's why I rock with the crew in here and with Kenny.
Yep. Same here.
And hey, you know what? I mean, to if we donate to the Cash App at O.B.F. the Real, it just helps the algorithm and puts it out there so more people, it'll pop up in more people's feeds. And that's really
Mhm.
my whole intention on pushing Kenny to get the Cash App. Besides donating, when I can,
And y'all, and listen, and y'all will
is
listen. When I do go, hold on, and when I do get that money, I'm gonna let OG jump back in. When I do get that money, that half of the money that y'all donate to, slice it down to half, I will show you the where I'm giving that money at. So you won't think I'm just putting that shit in my pocket.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, nah. You get what I mean? So I just need people to understand that I'm not doing that shit. Look, y'all know I ain't want to do this shit, but OG pushed me, and OG got a vision, and I gotta go with my brother because I trust him. Okay, like
Yeah.
so.
I
I mean, I don't want to
I
say it
just want
that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my brother pushed the vision that way. I just like, okay, all right. I trust my
those
brother.
those are facts, and what you're doing is you're creating a family, an army, if you will, you know, and I want to see this thing just blow up. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sure there's a ton of people out there who think like-minded and agree on a lot of stuff, but they're not exposed to it. They need to get exposed to it to say, hey, so they think that they're not crazy. Because before I found you, Kenny, consuming mainstream media and getting their narrative just shoved down your throat, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with everyone?
Yeah.
And then when I found you, I was like, now he's speaking to me. You know, this
Mhm.
is how I feel. Now, I don't agree with you on everything, just like I don't
Of
agree with my
course not.
wife on everything. But you know what? More times than not, I mean, I'm like-minded with what you're saying, and I could relate. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm about this.
Listen,
So,
I tell people like this. Morally, a lot of people that fuck with this channel morally morally fucks with me. That's the reason why. It's not about the opinions part.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about opinions, sometimes with some people. But and yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button too. Shay say hit that like button. Um, but it's not listen, it's morally. I'm on a moral compass. It's not even about my opinion a lot of times. I got my own fucking opinion. And my opinion is probably way extreme than what y'all really truly think, right? Or what y'all hear me say, right? Morally, that's why probably people fuck with me morally, because morally, I it's a certain even for myself, there's certain things I won't go too far, if you want to call it radical or too far off, because morally it won't allow me, because I believe in morals, so I won't go however I may think on my opinion may be. Morally, I can't go that far with that shit, or I won't go that far because morally, because I was taught right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I grew up around a bunch of fuck shit, but I was morally taught right. So like that's what I be saying about shit. But go ahead, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I want. This might be going a little off topic, but I guess like what I wanted to add on to like how like when we're talking about growing as people, I kind of think that like again this has to go back to like how people in America have been socially conditioned to think that like well what makes what really defines the value of you as a person is that like your job and the material items you own and the amount of money you had and all that. But I think that like people have like because every time growing up, I had people telling me, well, but they indirectly told me this,
Hey,
told me it
OG,
like this.
make your shit. You getting that go, OG?
Yeah,
Go
they
ahead.
they kept people in my life kept telling me indirectly that like, well, paying the bills and going to work and everything, not working 9 to 5 and all that stuff, uh, shows like you're responsible and that you're growing up. When really, if you look at a lot of people who do that, they're not really grown up. I mean, me and you know about these Trump supporters who threw these childish tantrums in the stores whenever they didn't want to wear a mask. But I'm
Right.
sure a lot of these people like worked the 9 to 5 job and paid the bills too.
Right.
And I think that that's the problem. Why people are like it seem like they act like grown children in a way because like they base the concept of growing up on paying the bills and just working. That's about it. But they don't really base it on how we see growing as a person, like self-reflecting and and learn how to solve the problem.
Right. And then
And
you
that's what
got
yeah
and you got to think about me cut you off, but I'll let you
yeah
jump right back
yeah
in. At the same time, you have to understand that like morally, I'm okay with people don't want to wear masks. I'm okay with Trump supporters not want to
yeah
do it. I get it as they believe. Is this you know what I mean? But I'm not mad at them. I'm not going to confront them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Like if I go
yeah
into a restaurant where they don't want to wear masks or nothing like that, I go in the restaurant and I have my mask on.
yeah
You get what I'm saying? It's not a
yeah
big deal to me. Like I understand that you don't. First of all, I probably wouldn't even come into your 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 uh your business if you didn't have that. So that's just
yeah
me. So you know that's my moral compass of saying no, I can't give you my money, but that's my choice because it's my hard earned money
mhm,
if I want to do that or not. You know what I'm saying? Just like theirs. If they don't like
yeah
what's going on, because like they keep, I don't know why they keep thinking that you don't. That money wasn't built off of like that business wasn't built off of you of taxpayers' money. You know what I
mhm,
mean? That was a self-owned business. It started from the bottom and rose up through the
mhm,
people, right? But it was people
yeah
that actually gave a fuck about others. And maybe you did and put your money into that, but now they're telling you morally certain shit that we're not going to do.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? Your morals don't. Now you got the choice to say, "Nah, I'm not gonna fuck with that no more." That's your choice, but you can't get mad at them because that's not a federal. That's not nothing that you every check you get, right? Like you have a choice not to support Walmart. You have a choice not to support certain businesses. You know, I'm not trying to just focus on Walmart, but I'm just saying, like you have a choice for that. It's not a federal owned business. It's not like a taxpayer business. You get what I mean? So that's my issue too with like the police department. These motherfuckers acting like, yo, we pay your salary. We
mhm,
want some shit to change.
yeah
And you're telling us we can't do that? Really?
mhm,
We pay your salary.
mhm,
Come on, man.
yeah
Fuck out of here. Like, so I don't understand that. If we can go around in other businesses and protest they shit and talking about it got to be better conditions for people to work in these private owned business, why we can't do with a taxpayer business like the
mhm,
police department and say,
mhm,
hey, we not paying no more money. And that's what I keep telling people. You want shit, black people, you want shit to change? White people, you want minorities, you want shit to change? Listen, we got to go on
the
strike.
money.
We not paying no money. What they gonna lock? They can lock us up. You gonna lock all us up?
The economy will stop. Yep.
You gonna lock all of us up? You gonna give all of us records? You get what I mean? We gotta take a stand somewhere, man. I don't
Yeah,
understand why we keep allowing these police and unions and shit. Your listen. It's not like the union is actually work like your union is supposed to back you, right? But your union should not have power over the fucking company that pays your salary, which is us. You feel me?
mhm,
When you go to any union, what up, LT? When you go to
What up, Kenny?
when you go to it, when you work at a private owned business, right? Do you get everything you want when you go on strike fucking with a private owned business? No, you don't. They bargain with you and make some, come to a conclusion. These motherfuckers sitting there acting uh, like, uh, like they don't have to do nothing. And then mind you, this is a private owned business. You have a choice to work there or not. You don't have to work there. right? So it's the same thing with these police officers. We pay their salary. Nigga, you do listen, out of any entity, any private owned business, we got the right to tell you you're gonna do what the fuck we tell you to do. We pay your salary. And if you don't want to do what the fuck we gotta say, quit. We get officers in there. Remember they kept saying, oh, it's only a few bad apples. They talking about we got a police drought. Good. That means we can get good police in there. We can get the right police in there. How about that?
Imagine any other business that the employees tell the boss what to do. You know,
None.
and that's exactly what's happening here. You know, we pay their salaries, but yet they constantly abuse us. You know,
Right.
for us just to file in line. You know, it makes no sense, and we all know. I think we've had this discussion on here before that the police force was originated in this country to catch slaves, to catch runaway slaves, and bring them back. And we could still see how entrenched racism is still through the police department,
Let me say this real quick. I'm
you
gonna
know,
cut
and
you
the
off.
police
Let
force.
me say this.
And I'm sorry, Kenny, for saying that because
Good. No, 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 no,
I,
no. I want
I'm
to say
sorry.
this.
I'm sorry for saying that because I know
No,
that
I
you
want to
do
say
have
this very
family
clear
who's a
so people
police
understand.
department.
Because I think this is the problem with some of these white folks. I I don't wish this, and I hope it doesn't ever happen. Because that ain't in my spirit to feel that way and be like that. But what has to happen is that black cops got to go around killing innocent white people and men, women, and children. That's what got to happen for them to understand. I'm not saying I'm condoning it. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that's the only way that these motherfuckers understand. Cause and I mean every time you see it's a black cop killing an unarmed white kid or whatever, then you'll understand. You'll understand because it doesn't matter. It's the skin color. That's the whole reason. It's the skin color, or you getting paid to turn a blind eye to it. One or the other. Pick and choose what it is. Cause rational human beings understand what the situation is. You get what I'm saying? All all races in this country understand this. It's just the motherfuckers that's benefiting off of these cops. Doing what they doing, locking people up. Like, come on. This shit is just it's not just it ain't just it's deeper than just killing unarmed black men. They killing unarmed black men by giving them sentences.
Yeah.
You
Them
know,
long sentences and
can
shit.
I
The
jump in?
judges and shit. Go ahead, LT. Fix your shit in the
You know,
background. What's going on?
I'm I'm in front of my fan. Hold on, let me move. Is that better?
No. This nigga LT out there fucking up. He trying to fuck everybody life up. But nah, but y'all get what I'm saying though. Like, yo, listen. If you want to stop this police brutality and shit like that, black people and minority people and good white folks just gotta say, you know what, fuck that shit. We going on strike. You can treat this shit like a regular business. Nigga, we not paying for y'all to kill us and tell the federal government to kiss my ass. You feel what I'm saying? And the state. And we not paying. No, we not paying that. We not paying that taxes. They gonna lock everybody up? Ain't no jails big enough, nigga. The jails is already overcrowded.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, right now. Come on now. Fuck out of here.
I mean, right there, that kind of like sparked an idea in my head. It's like, and I think I said this before. It's like, our last form of protesting was that we just stopped, like, going to work and stuff and everything, and we just stopped paying our taxes. Like just imagine, like, like what would happen, like, and like you said, the jails are already overcrowded, and also another like thing that would happen is that the economy would stop. I mean, we saw what happened when the COVID started. Like everyone had to not go to work, and then like the entire U.S. economy just
Hold up,
went
think
stagnant.
about it. Hold up, think about
Yeah.
it. Think about it.
Yeah.
You see how the economy just stopped when motherfuckers couldn't go to work?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't go to work, right? Pandemic happened. Imagine motherfuckers say, we ain't going at all. See, you gotta think about the people that was on the front line still working at them jobs and shit like that. They think like how we think. A lot of them think like how we think. Just imagine they say, no, we not doing nothing.
Yeah.
They right along with the rest of us that couldn't
Yeah.
go to work and shit like, man, come on. Man, that'll fuck this economy straight up. Economy doesn't work without the people, and I keep saying that.
Yep.
The 9-to-5ers, the McDonald's people work at McDonald's, work at these jobs that they don't give a fuck about. They don't want to get $15 hour to. Start working there. We the people. They're just, hey, we not going. And then think about it. I say, well, they kick you out your house. Nigga, kick us out. You got a whole bunch of homeless niggas on the street. What are you gonna do? Like, seriously. What they gonna do? They gonna have to hear us. And like I said, that's how you stop this shit.
Yep.
See, because it's not gonna stop when we continue to keep sitting out here talking about all police ain't bad. That's bullshit. They all are bad. Stop pretending that. When you can, when you can blatantly try to put everybody that that's black as something, and you did that for generations, and that's why black people get a bad. That's why they look at black people in a bad way, or coming at stereotyping us in a certain type of way when they never met a black person a day in their life. They assume something. Even if we speak or say something, they assume that we that way. That's because of generations of that. That's why you see that type of shit happens. So, like I'm saying, hey, okay, fine. There's no such thing of good cops to me. And I guarantee you, if we stop doing some shit, and I'm talking about Hollywood, tech, everybody, we're not doing nothing. We're not doing shit. We're not going back to work. We're not helping the economy. Bitcoin, if you believe it, like motherfucker, like seriously, motherfucker, we're not doing nothing. I guarantee you, in 2 weeks, this country will be fucked up.
Yeah.
How much money you want to put on that? I guarantee you. Listen, without the rest of us, this country don't work. You can have all them 75 million Trump supporters all you want. That ain't the country.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a part of the country. That ain't the whole country. How many people voted for Joe Biden? What? 100 million people? And mind you, that's not even all the people in the country. You imagine the people that can't vote. Think about that. All the millions of people that can't vote because they got federal charges. And they just say, you know what, we ain't working today. And they ride with us. We'll shut this economy down. Come on. You want something to change, you gotta be bold. You gotta do some shit that Martin Luther King did. And mind you, that was just only black folks doing some shit. And we had a few minorities here and there, but it was mainly black people. You feel me? Imagine you got minorities and white people and everybody that saying, yo, enough. We ain't doing shit till these laws change.
Yep.
Nigga, they go back in Congress and then work some shit out real quick.
Yeah.
And your state there work something out real quick.
Yep.
Okay? Listen, the people don't even know they power. They're just scared and weak to take that chance. I'm willing to do it. I'm okay with doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all comes back to the money. Like that's what corporate America is all about. It comes back to the money. I mean, yeah,
you can't make no money if your country economy ain't shit.
Yeah. and there's a lot of like reports that like a lot like that a lot of McDonald's is having like a worker shortage because like not many people, especially during the pandemic, aren't taking these low paying jobs because because like that's how see if they don't change if this establishment doesn't change things significantly sooner if they just keep letting this go on with the way it is now and especially the fact that we're in this pandemic like we don't know how like but no matter how bad it gets like and if it gets worse then definitely like not many people are gonna want to take these low paying fast food jobs like so, therefore, it's going to get to where you're not going to have your little Big Macs and your chicken nuggets and stuff because no one's
You
going to be
yeah,
taking these jobs to work. Yeah,
you're not going to have your slaves working. What happened
yeah,
is people don't talk about this. What's happening? The reason that the McDonald's and a lot of these fast food restaurants and shit going down, it's not because they shutting down. It's mainly because of the simple fact that a lot of these people say I can make more money Ubering, driving.
yep,
That's where they're going. But they don't want to tell you that.
yep.
They just want to tell you, oh no, they getting more money on unemployment. No, people, listen, it ain't enough money in unemployment to pay some people bills. The fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Come on now. Please, stop. Stop playing with our intelligence. You get what I mean? Listen, a lot of people are leaving. They say, fuck it, I make more money Ubering. I get my license. I get a car. Shit. I can make more money in my car. Taking people back and forwards. Then to be working at some fucking fast food restaurant.
Yep.
That's what's happening. That's why,
My
believe it or
70
not,
year old
why you think Amazon is still popping and making billions of dollars? Why you think that? You think it just because they working in the warehouses and shit? No, because niggas is driving now. Niggas is going to Amazon and driving. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why they still popping, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck out. That's why Amazon is doing better than UPS and all the rest of them motherfuckers. Because they driving. Look, UPS is not sitting out there saying, oh, if you're a felon, you can't drive. Come on, man. If you got your motherfucking license, you good. I mean, they going to look at your record and shit, but as long as you ain't got nothing violent on your record, they going to hire you. So they niggas mad at Amazon. Yeah, we can be mad at Amazon because of they not raising the minimum wage. We can talk about that shit. But come on now. But go ahead. Go ahead, OG.
No, you're right. I did see that McDonald's said that it's going to raise its minimum wage to $15 an hour
They ain't got no
because
choice.
no one wants to go back. No one wants to go back and work for scraps, like you said, and they know that.
Yep.
So
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
people
happen to
staying off
all
of
them
work.
fast food. It's gonna happen to all them fast food
Yep,
restaurants. Well, go ahead. I'm
it's
sorry.
forced their it's forced their it forced their hand,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
to pay. And $15 an hour ain't shit. On 40 hours a week,
It,
that's 32,000 dollars a year.
yeah, that still ain't
Yep.
You
shit.
know, uh,
Yeah. Nothing. So.
I mean, at that point, you barely making it.
Yeah, but people to
30
certain people
G's.
to certain people that's progress. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
And
but we
so
gotta we
if
gotta
you ain't
start
even
somewhere.
trying to hold up,
And
no,
this
no, what
is
I'm saying is no, what I'm saying is the reason that they fucking up is because you telling people we don't even want to give you progress. Like when you don't want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, you just telling people we ain't even trying to give you progress. That's what that says to people.
yep.
So that's why they in the pickle that they in. But go ahead, I'm sorry, bro.
No, you nailed it right on the head. I mean, inflation goes up how many percentage points every year, and I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but the minimum wage hasn't been raised in how many years? While the cost of living
I
keeps
think 50 years.
going up. So even though
There's about 50 years. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's
it's
about
just
50
crazy.
years.
So So big ups. I mean, it's a small win. Hopefully, other places will follow suit because I mean, my background is hospitality. I've been in the restaurants my whole life. My father had restaurants when I was growing up, and that's been my career. And I'm to the point where physically, I can't be bartending, standing on my feet 50, 60 hours a week. you know. But is Uber an attractive option? Of course it is.
Yeah.
I have one of my uncles, old ass guy, about 70 years old. He's making driving Uber over here in Florida. He's making about 70 grand a year.
Mm-hmm.
You get, working a 40 to 50 hour work week. So, they know they have to come up because they're, that even though it's by small increments, they got to come up because I believe the plan that I saw is they're going to raise it something like it's going to be over a span of how many years? 5 years that they raise it to $15 an hour.
No, I
So I
don't
mean, we
even
could
know.
only imagine the
Listen, I just think it. Listen, people don't really realize this. When Biden them and they trying to push the $15 hour shit, people gotta understand this. They pushing it for federal workers. This federal workers don't even make $15 an hour, right? This is a state shit. Like it's an individual state shit. So if you're in a Republican state, they ain't pushing for no $15 an hour. They're not gonna do that
exactly,
because you know why they're not gonna do that is because of the simple fact that they work for those corporations that's in their state. They get campaign money, so they're not gonna push those motherfuckers. They're not gonna push that agenda. That's the issue. That's the issue. So that's why you need to have people in there that ain't bought by the fucking corporations that the corporations don't donate to them unless those corporations want the change that you're doing. Cause there's nothing wrong with the corporations donating to you to help change certain policies, but if they are in there just to save their ass, that's why they donate to you, so you won't change certain policies and shit like that. Then that's bad. That's wrong. That's fucked up. But you just got to think about it like these corporations is running the country, and I need and our states they running it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our politicians they get in there. The Joe Bidens, even Joe Biden, the corporations running Joe Biden. Joe Biden's still getting donated. He's still getting donations from Wall Street.
Yeah.
But he talk all that little bullshit that he talk. He ain't doing nothing. Niggas, they don't like Bernie because Bernie go against all that shit. And
Yeah.
Bernie getting corporations coming in, nigga, he getting unions to fuck with him. Remember that. That's unions that's fucking with Bernie Sanders. That's not corporations. That's a union. It's no, excuse me. It's no different than the NYPD or any of them police unions. It's no different. So it's not the business. It's not the corporation. And mind you, just think about hospitals. Hospitals are built off of taxpayers' money, right? Not all of them, some of them, right? Like I think maybe like John Hopkins or something, right? That is a private business, and people don't really realize that. But it's a partnership with the state. So when they come in your state, they gotta go partner with you. So you still got a say into that. But your elected officials side more with them than they side with you. So like you get what I mean? So who's really running the hospital? So it's not really 50-50. You get what I'm saying? People gotta really do their homework and research shit. They don't really get what's going on even in their own states. They bitch and complain about the government. The government don't have certain things to. They don't have everything to do with what's going wrong in your state. Your state representative, your governor, the people that's on your state board, your mayors. They the ones that's the problem there.
the local government.
Huh?
We've become more.
That's
We've become instead of the United States of America, it's like the United Corporations of America, because they're the ones who
Yeah.
are greasing the wheel. They're the ones who are greasing these politicians, you know, and getting their bidding done. These corporations have more power and get their bidding done for their bottom line, and they're the ones who are stroking the largest checks to these politicians.
Yeah.
They're buying and paying for their services, and that's just the reality of it.
And it's fucked up because the simple fact that we got a lot of people in this country that don't know anything.
Yeah.
They don't.
right.
They pretend that they do, but they don't. And even if they don't pretend that they do know anything, they just don't know nothing. They don't understand how shit actually really works. And you know what I'm saying? So, but you can change the situation, but you have to be knowledgeable about changing those situations. And if you're not knowledgeable about changing those situations, then you just a stupid. I mean, you gonna get caught up in a mother. You gonna get played, and it just is what it is. And like I said, I mean this. It's about 60% of the people in this country has been played and still
Yep.
getting played. Americans still getting played. No matter what race you are,
Yep.
60% of the Americans are still getting played in this country
Yep. And
because
that
they
kind of
don't. Huh?
well, that kind of takes me back to like what I said before. It's like I think that the fund of education was was meant for to make to socially condition the American people to like not know anything. So therefore, since they don't have much knowledge or any awareness of what's going on, like the like of course they're going to continue to get played because like because knowledge is power is my philosophy. That's why like whenever I'm not with any free time that I have, I just fill my head with all this new knowledge as much as possible.
Right.
Yeah,
Listen, knowledge is everything, dude. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Especially just knowing shit, like in educating yourself, but just wanting to be curious about some shit. Listen. I always tell people I'm always okay with people being skeptical about shit. It's okay to be skeptical about some
yeah,
shit, but you don't ignore facts because it doesn't lean the way that you want to. You know what I mean? You know how much shit that I read and educate myself on that I thought I knew, and then come to find out, you know, when I educated myself and got the truth, that it didn't line up with my shit. I didn't get discouraged. I just was like, oh, you know what? Okay, I don't like that shit, but maybe that's some shit that we need to change. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. Like I just don't understand the life of me. I understand it, the people in this country that just sit there and bitch and complain about some shit, but we are part of the problem. We don't research, we don't know shit, we pretend that we know some shit, or if we do got a little education in certain shit, we act like that's all and be all. Like, no, you gotta think outside of that. You just can't know some shit and okay, that's what you know. But what about other shit that you don't know? Like I'm very good in politics, right? But I need to know other things. I need to know how math works. You know what I mean? Financial shit work in this country. I need to know how other things work in this country. The why how the country works. It's just sad that we live in a country where people just think that they get a little knowledge and they think that okay, all right, I'm educated. You're not. You're not that educated like you think.
yeah. That's why I became a non. Well, like see, my philosophy is I don't hate people. Like I just don't like being around Americans, considering that the kind of system that we've been socially conditioned in, and yeah, that's why I became in my own way, like a person that doesn't like people, but like just like I'm just skeptical of Americans for the most part. But but once I'm among Americans like us in this video panel, it's like yeah, okay, well yeah, these are the kind of Americans that that I can kind of like get along with.
Well, see, you're referring to nationalists when you say Americans.
Yeah,
Am I right, Frank? I mean, yeah, I don't rock
like,
with. I don't think anyone on the panel rocks with nationalists. You know,
Yeah,
we're the greatest country in the world. We could do no wrong type of shit.
yeah, and people kind of like run by that mindset, and then at the same time, like they kind of like give off this negative energy if you like disagree with them, or like you see the stuff, like you see actual facts, but then they think that that like you're like like you're crazy or seeing stuff for what they are. Like I had my brother-in-law who told me that yeah, like I'm crazy, and he was acting like all like paranoid and and hostile towards me. I mean, it's just like because this German I met this German guy, and he was over here as a student, and he was talking about like how like he's surprised that there was not how little food there was here, and like that was something that like I know that yeah, like we have a big homeless population here, if that's what he was referring to, but like I've never heard any other American, like maybe besides us on this panel here, but like no other American who doesn't think like us say that. But then it's like, but like what really frustrates me the most when I'm like whenever I say the stuff that I say on this panel here with other Americans, it's like they just they ghost you, and they go into that passive aggressive silence treatment. Like that annoys the hell out of me. I'm sorry. Like that just makes me like just doesn't like not like people in my own way anymore. But that's my whole thing on it. So but yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Yeah,
because you're seeing what's going on. Hey, what's
Yeah.
happening, LT?
ALG. Yeah, I agree with what Frank said. People think they just run society.
Well, that's why they break
Good.
up everyone into like classism and racism over here. They want to keep people divided.
Hmm.
If they keep us fighting amongst one another, then we'll never get ahead. That's
Yep.
the game. As someone would, they're playing the okey doke on us. You know, I mean, this is what's going on. Hey, we're gonna make the haves versus the have-nots. We're gonna repress these people and these people and these people. You know, and just keep us fighting amongst each other. And to quote like Wheezy would say, "Crabs in a bucket." He's exactly right with his analogy. Spot on.
Yep.
If you keep us hungry, we're all gonna fight for a piece of bread.
Hmm.
And that's how it gonna be until we, as a people, learn how to understand that we all getting played. We just don't know it. We
And
all
so
getting
the
played. It don't matter what race you are. In this country, you are getting played by the. Remember know how they always keep talking about the elites? Well, you getting played by the elites too. Yourself. I'm mad at the elites, but the motherfuckers that you keep voting for are the elites.
Yep.
Like you just gotta find the right elite. Like you get what I mean? Like you, they don't even get that. Like okay, all right, whatever, man. We dealing with stupid people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's irritating and it's frustrating to keep on
Yeah, it
talking
is.
about these things because they just don't even understand that they getting played and they get them with the elites. Well, nigga, you are voting for the elites. You are
like Kenny,
putting the elites in the office.
that
Okay,
dude Kwame Brown, he blessing everybody.
who?
Kwame Brown,
Who?
that former NBA player, he blessing everybody. He
Oh, you talking about
excuse,
Kwame Brown?
yeah, he
K
blessing.
KB KB.
He going after Matt Barnes, Charlamagne the God, Steven Jackson, Stephen A. Smith, all these Jamel Hill.
and
He going
all
after all
those,
these sellout
yeah,
motherfuckers.
and all them motherfuckers are the ones. Listen, only people I got a problem with him coming at to But like I said, it ain't my business to get into that because there might be some personal shit behind the scenes that I don't know, right?
Yeah,
Um, it's Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes because I actually got a lot of respect for those brothers, right?
yeah.
But
Becky with the good hair.
yeah, but it made it clear too though that when they let Stephen A. Smith come on that motherfucking show, knowing that this nigga be buck dancing and cooning, that kind of like, I'm like, y'all let this nigga come on. You know what I mean?
I kind of like what he did when he did, like Jackson, like what he did.
You breaking up, LT?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I would say what Steven Jackson did. Like I know Steven Jackson speaks a lot about the injustice that goes on in America with black Americans.
Yeah, and you know that's why I say I respect Steven Jackson to this point because
Yeah,
I him and Matt Barnes mainly Steven Jackson because I didn't see when Stephen A. Smith was out of pocket with the Colin Kaepernick shit and Captain Jack came at Stephen A. Smith was like, that's some bullshit you talking about. I didn't see him do that. That's why I got a certain respect for him, and that's why I ain't coming at Captain Jack like that. Cause I'm like, yo, it just may be some personal shit that we don't understand. I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't even gonna speak on that. You get what I mean? That's those brothers' own shit. You get what I mean? But everybody else that's involved that wanna have their 2 cents in, that's some black coon buck dancing niggas. Jamel Hill, you mammy ass bitch. Nobody asked you for your opinion. You been irrelevant. You been irrelevant. When
kissing
you
ass.
talk when you come out and talk about you hate black men, bitch, and how you try to put black men down. The fuck out of here.
Ain't she
So
kissing ass for
like,
Joe Biden?
huh?
Ain't she kissing ass for Joe Biden?
Listen, I'm not mad at that. Listen, I didn't get mad. Listen, I'm gonna say this over. I'm not mad at black people that voted for Joe Biden because I understand, but
No,
I just don't. I don't want to hear their
I said,
complaints.
is she? I said, is she? Did she vote for Joe Biden? That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. That's why I said what I said. I said I'm not mad at her for voting for him because I understand why a lot of black people voted for Joe Biden because you had to get Trump the fuck out of there. Don't get me wrong, I don't understand it. It's just that I don't want to hear you complaining about why Joe Biden ain't doing this and ain't nothing changed. That's my point. And don't complain about the circumstances of what's going on in our black community not changing because you voted for a motherfucker that you knew that wasn't going to do nothing. All you got with him because you didn't want to feel, uh, I guess, the blatant racism that Trump would do. That's it. That's the only thing I can get out of it. But um, KB right. All the motherfuckers he coming at, he exactly right about. Other than Steven Jackson, I'm not gonna get into that. Him and Matt Barnes, I'm not going. I think that's some brother shit that they, it should, they was out of pocket on some shit, and some shit that they need to handle behind the scenes. All that right there just takes a phone call to me.
Yeah.
But everything else, and everybody else that who he's talking about, he got a right to get out on them niggas.
You
He
think
got a
the
right to get out on,
you
huh?
think the Sun, you think the Suns gonna beat the Lakers?
Mm. I don't know. They had a real hard time beating the Warriors.
Stephen. I saw
But
ticket.
gang. But
I, I was
whatever the teams, different teams can beat a different team. So I don't know. I can't say that. I'm gonna
yeah.
say this. I'm picking the Suns.
I was on watching. I don't watch the channel all the time, but sometimes depends how I feel. Ticket TV and Stephen Curry got backlash for the Warriors losing against the Lakers.
He said they who got backlash.
Stephen Curry.
Listen, man. I'm gonna just say this 100%. These niggas are delusional, right? And then what I mean by that is like I got a lot of respect for Ticket TV and a lot of guys be over there and they be speaking that shit because they be speaking some real shit, right? But
Yeah.
they be out of pocket, dude. Like yo,
No,
you trying to
no. Ticket TV. Well, he, Stephen Curry got backlash from a lot of people, not just Ticket TV. Like it was a whole lot of people around the world like getting mad at Stephen Curry because the Warriors lost against the Lakers.
no. I know that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Listen, these niggas got this expectations for Steph Curry, right? And I get it. I understand it a little bit. But if you do the history on Steph Curry, like, yo, dude, he never played great in the playoffs or like that. Like, he
Yeah,
never was that guy. You know what I mean? Like, he had the numbers. The numbers was cool in the
yeah,
playoffs. But Steph Curry is not a guy that that can carry a team through the playoffs. That's just a fact. We gotta be honest about that. And Steph Curry is my favorite player in the league. You get what I mean? But he's not a dude that'll carry a whole fucking team. Like he's not capable of doing that. He's not. Listen, I would never ever put Steph Curry better than LeBron. Like I would never. Like Steph Curry's not even in my top 20 yet. Like you get what I mean? So I don't even have Steph Curry better than AI. So like this whole notion that people are trying to put Steph Curry of like he's this great dude. Nah, dude. Nah, he's not on that level. You know what I'm saying? And his career ain't over yet.
I saw this.
Like I don't even got Kevin Durant in my nowhere near my top 10 yet. I think I maybe got him in my top 20. You get what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, but I just don't have him there yet because his career
right.
ain't over, and I think he can do some more shit that like he can like some more accolades can come, later. Like it's way too early. I think what Kevin Durant what 30, 31?
He's still in his prime.
Right, like he's still in his prime. Like I'm not, and he coming off of injuries. So he coming off, I'm not in that space of see these motherfuckers want to put these guys in and try to compare them. Like, dude, you can't compare them yet. It was like the same thing. They did the same shit to Kobe. That's why Kobe is not even mentioned in the top 5 with a lot of these motherfuckers because they already was trying to compare Kobe to being better than this and that than that. You know what I mean? Comparing him to the greats, and he wasn't. His career wasn't done yet.
Right.
We got to stop that shit of comparing these dudes when their career's not done yet. Now, if they on the back end of their career and they ain't gonna do too much after that, what else they can accomplish, then yeah, we can do that. But and if they still playing in the league, but you talking about Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, like these dudes can't do no more. I mean, these dudes got more to do. LeBron James, listen, he on the back end, he out of his prime. So right now, we can compare him. You know what I mean?
Right.
We we
I saw.
saying we saying would he need to be the GOAT or not? Like I said, he needs. Listen, I don't need. Listen, no lie to you, and it could be my bias a little bit, but I don't give a fuck what LeBron do after this. You lost 6 times in the finals, nigga. That is Michael Jordan won that. Kobe Bryant ain't even came near to losing 6 finals. Now, if you want to give him props for getting there, that's fine. But come on.
Right.
But
It
good,
was
bro.
this. It was this young cat from New York on Ticket TV, and he said the New York, in his opinion, the New York Knicks going to the finals, and Kawhi Leonard better than KD and Stephen Curry.
Now, listen. Let's just be honest about this. they're not far off of saying that Kawhi is better than Steph.
Yeah.
They're not far off on that. They're not that far off of saying Kawhi could be better than KD, but he not. We all know that. We all know that. First of all, number one, skills wise, he not on KD level. Let's just be honest about that. Number two, the credentials, he's not on that. The credentials. What scoring title did Kawhi ever win?
No.
Do Kawhi got an MVP? No.
You
No.
don't?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
He does not
'Cause-
have an MVP. He don't have a one. He don't have a half of one. He has none of
yeah.
that. Listen, Kawhi is going to go down to one of those greats of Oscar Robertson type. Like they great, and they just wasn't those niggas.
That's
He's the next
blasphemous,
title.
Kenny.
Hold up, and I know, hold on, and I know OG gonna get upset at me and shit for saying that, but it's a fact.
There you go. There you go. Just trashing Oscar Robinson, man. I don't know
I
why
ain't
you hate him
trashing
so
Oscar.
much.
I ain't trashing. Listen, Oscar is an all time great, but Oscar ain't Bill Russell. Oscar ain't Larry Bird. He ain't Magic. He ain't Shaq. Sorry, listen. He did some great shit, but he ain't those guys. Sorry, I don't know how you don't understand that. He's not a top 10 greatest basketball player all time. I don't know why people even put him there.
Yo, Kenny, you still got the Nets and the Clippers for the finals?
Yeah, I
You
still
think what?
do. I still do, but it's always iffy for me with the Clippers though. I'm still iffy
Yeah.
about them. You
What
know what I
about
mean?
the Knicks
It's like the Milwaukee Bucks.
and
They could win the
the
fight. I think they could win the finals. I think they
what
could
about
beat the. Listen, I think they could beat the Nets, the Nets. But I just, they past behavior is questionable.
the Nuggets and the Knicks?
The Nuggets and who?
The Knicks.
I mean, they are a team. They the Miami of this year. They could shock people. You feel me? They
Yeah.
could make it to the finals and upset some niggas. You know what I mean? But they roster ain't good enough to beat anybody over the West in the finals, no matter who it is.
He still, what's his name? Still play for the Heat. Um, Udonis Haslam. He's been playing for that team since '03.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to retire this year.
Good. No, I didn't think he was still playing.
Oh yeah,
And it,
he's still playing.
yeah, I didn't know he was still playing, but no disrespect to him. You know what I mean? But if we call, is he a Hall of Famer? No. Fuck out of here, nigga. He's not even a Robert Horry. Come on now. Fuck out of here. I almost
What
had him, so
about
fuck out of here.
he's not Oscar Robertson?
Ain't nowhere on first of all, don't disrespect Oscar Robertson in that way. He's
No,
he's not even he's not
I
even a
said
Robert Horry.
he's not on Oscar Robertson level.
You said what?
I say he's nowhere near Oscar Robertson's level.
No, listen. I don't even think he's on. Um, I mean, if you want to, but I don't think he is. I don't think he's a Robert Oriole level type player. Like real talk.
Even though you said Bill Russell, the all time
We know
great,
that
but
Robert Horry. Listen, Robert Horry is the ultimate role player. Like seriously, this nigga won championships. Nigga, he hit buzzer beaters. This thing, come on, man, come on, man. Like put some respect on Robert Horry's name a little bit. You get what I mean? Come on, man. These niggas ain't even on that level. Robert Horry, man. Them motherfuckers ain't like Robert Horry ain't start games or something. He started some games. Like, come on, yo. Like Robert Horry got 7 rings for a reason, dude. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, because of the great players he played around. But don't get it twisted. He won some of those games. He pushed them to win some of those games. You feel me? Come on.
right.
Don Havlin, come on, man. That nigga ain't nowhere near on that level. I don't think.
You got
But go
you
ahead.
got you got MJ and Magic Johnson over Bill Russell.
Yeah, listen. I always debate of is Bill Russell in my top 10 with Wilt Chamberlain. If you want to go off of rings and shit like that in the era, because they both played in that era, right? But then I look at it as who team who had the better team. Bill Russell had the better team than Wilt Chamberlain. If you put Wilt Chamberlain with the Boston Celtics and switch Bill Russell out of that, um, I think Wilt Chamberlain would have won those rings as well. That's just my opinion. So like it's always that's why I put Wilt Chamberlain at number 10, or at least over top of Bill Russell, because I just think that Bill Russell could have did that same shit. You gotta look at that team. That team was way better than everybody in the league. That's why Bill Russell won those championships. That's a fact. I don't know why people don't even like. You gotta research that shit. You gotta look at those games. Look at those guys that was on that team. And then he was playing in that motherfucking clan area. Come on, man. Nothing but a bunch of white boys. Fuck
You know
out of here.
what? I gotta put Chamberlain up there over Bill Russell too, just for the sheer fact that in his autobiography he said that he slept with over 20,000 women.
I ain't using that. See. OT being funny and shit. I ain't putting him over him because of that. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, I think it's probably niggas out here right now. There's rappers out here that probably slept with way more women than he did. Do that mean they the best rapper? Fuck out of here. Come on, OG, stop.
I was fucking around.
Well, I know you was. That's the thing. I was gonna say, get the fuck out of here. We ain't trying to hear that shit. But I still think that Bill Russell is just Will Chamberlain is better than Bill Russell. I just think that. I think if you put him on that team with that Bill Russell had, I think he'd have won them same type of many championships and probably more, just because he was bigger and more dominant. You don't really realize how, like, I think at that time, no lie to you, I think Bill Russell was probably the most dominant big man in that era. The reason they gave it to Bill Russell was because Bill Russell played with a lot of great players in that era. He was on the best team in that era. That's why they won so many times. Because I probably need to research this, but wasn't it that Bill Russell he won? How many times he went back to back like that? LT. He went back to back. What? 10 straight times or something like that. Six
Bill
straight
Russell,
times.
it was about 10.
Come on. That means you had the best team in the league, dude. There's no way he supposed to won like that. Come on. There's no
I
way you
mean,
supposed to win like that. The 10 straight like that. That means you got the best and you got the best team in the league. That don't mean you the best player. That means you on the best team. It's no way impossible that he was the best player at that period of time.
where
Sorry.
you got where you got Hakeem at?
Hmm?
Where you got Hakeem at as your greatest of all time?
I got him in my top 10.
Top ten. All right.
Yeah, I got my respect for Hakeem the Dream, nigga. You look at the game, nigga. Niggas talking about changing the game. Everybody doing Hakeem shit.
You got Shaq at 15 or 20.
Hmm?
Shaq.
I got Shaq in my top 10. I got Shaq at number 6 all
Oh,
time. And I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
hold on. Wait, you said Tim Duncan your
I mean,
top
not
five?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but Hakeem the Dream. I got him behind LeBron.
You said
So
Tim
now
Duncan.
I got LeBron at number 7.
You got Tim Duncan at your top five.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Tim Duncan over Shaq.
Mm-hmm. Greatest power forward that played the game.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Shaq ain't got 5 rings. How many times Shaq lost in the finals? What?
Was it like three?
I think it's 3, but it might be 2.
It's just
I know
between two
I
or
know
three.
I know he got 4. I know he lost with Orlando in the finals. I know he lost with the Lakers in the finals. I think he may only got 2 too.
Yeah.
But
What about
he don't got 5 rings. That's why I got him at number 6.
yeah?
He got the same many rings that LeBron James has as 4, right?
What about
But
what about Paul?
he only got 2 losses in the finals. And LeBron got
What
6. Come on.
What about Poppers? Ain't never won a championship.
No, Paul got 1.
Where you got him at your top 15?
No.
Oh,
I don't got Paul Pierce over AI. Or KG.
KG.
I don't get neither one. I don't got neither one of those niggas over AI.
Who's KG?
Kevin Garnett.
Oh, Kevin Garnett. Okay, all right. What about what's his name? Um, Steven Jackson.
Mm. He was a role player, dude.
Oh,
A role player. Ain't no way he nowhere near my top 100. And I think Steven Jackson got a ring too, don't
yeah.
he? Yeah, it don't matter.
Most you saying like most of these players kept being traded with different teams.
You said what?
You saying that most of these players like Steven Jackson like they kept being traded.
No, they just can't. They can't listen. Some of these players are role players. You gotta look at who they was as players. Listen, they are not. Listen, and they make out rings or whatever. That don't mean that they was great. Like
Yeah,
Steven Jackson would never be a Hall of Famer.
yeah. You
He's
don't
not.
got
Even though I don't think that Tracy McGrady is a Hall of Famer, but he's not better than Tracy McGrady.
what about Paul Pierce over Ray Allen?
I think Ray Allen is better. I think Ray Allen is better. I just think that his skill level is better too. So, and I think the numbers are better too. I think Ray Allen numbers are better, right?
Yeah.
So
The
yeah,
you talking about the stats?
yeah,
Yeah.
his numbers are better. So yeah, he's better than Paul Pierce. They got the same many rings. I think that Ray Allen numbers are better. Yeah, so I you know,
Where you got Dirt Nowitzki at?
mm, I damn sure don't got him in the. I damn sure don't got him in the top 50. I tell you that. I don't got Dirk nowhere near that.
Didn't you mention a couple weeks ago that Luca could be the next Dirt Nowitzki?
Yeah, but that don't mean that I think Dirk was a top 50 player.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think he actually get. I think right now he's actually better than Dirk. The only reason I'm saying that I'm talking about future wise, right? But the only reason I ain't saying he ain't better than Dirk is because he ain't played Dirk. How many games Dirk played? That's
OG
it.
said OG in a private chat said gotta run.
Huh?
Gentlemen, let me know if you're doing a show later. Much love, everyone.
Uh-huh. I wish we would just be honest about shit. You gotta be honest about it. These dudes ain't that though. You know that. You know that Nick. I mean Nick.
LT.
LT. I said Nick. My bad.
we
LT.
we we kind of sound like
You know that LT. You know these motherfuckers ain't the same on that same level like that. Like I love Dirk. I just think that in about two more years, um, I think that what's his name? The white boy name.
Luca.
Luca. Yeah, Luca be better than Dirk. In 2 years, he'll be better than him. The stats
Ain't
is
Dirk
going. The stats is going to say it. The number one, the stats is going to say it. But as a player, he's going to be better than motherfucking Dirk Nowitzki.
ain't Dirk from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
He's a German, right?
I think so. I could be wrong.
When you were talking about like a white Mexican, you know, Canelo is a white Mexican.
Mm-hmm. And he a fraud.
Oh,
He ain't fighting nobody, dude. He ain't fought nobody since Triple G.
yeah.
It's a fact. He ain't fought nobody since Triple G. And I
If
mean
you
that shit.
if you look at Canelo, in my opinion, it was like he got Irish ancestry in him.
Yeah. But, you know, if you look at any of them Mexican fighters, I mean Mexican people, you see them light ones, you know that they most likely they're mixed.
Yeah.
When they like that, you know they mix. They mix more with white people. Like you know what I mean?
And it,
All of them are mixed with white people. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter, but they are more mixed. You see the more of their whiteness in them when they like that. But like I said, Canelo is a fraud fighter because he hasn't fought anybody since Triple G, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He ain't fought nobody, and Triple G is a fraud. He ain't fought nobody. So you fought another fraud nigga. Ain't fought nobody. Motherfuckers say what they can say whatever they want to say about Floyd Mayweather, and I think Floyd Mayweather is a sellout coon. At least Floyd Mayweather fought the fighters. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
He's
if you look at the darker Mexicans, they got more black in them.
yeah, and they want to fight, and they want to fight the best. If you know that,
Yeah.
ever since he got his ass whooped by Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather schooled him and shit, he don't want to fight nobody, dude. He don't want to fight no slick fighters like that. He don't want to fight no black fighters that got that shit in them. This dude, Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is all right. I watched him fighting the shit. He's okay. He ain't no damn Floyd Mayweather, but I believe that Caleb Plant can give him a problem, give Canelo a problem. But I still think Canelo gonna knock his ass out. All it takes is one punch. The one thing people not realizing about when Canelo fought uh uh Floyd Mayweather is that people keep trying to do this thing like they acting like Floyd won this motherfucker. Let me just tell you something. Floyd hit you with some jabs or hit you with a certain shot, it'll back you off of thinking of coming in there. And he was a counter puncher. So he hitting you with enough power to back your ass up or make you second guess or rushing him. That's why Canelo got fucked up. Canelo wanted to rush him.
Right.
You feel me? Canelo, I watched that fight. Canelo wanted to rush him. He couldn't rush him because he was scared. Because once he felt a little bit, listen, Floyd ain't got a knockout power like he had at that time, but he had enough power to
I
let you
gotta
know to back the fuck up off me.
I gotta be honest. I'm not watching that fight with Mayweather and Jake Paul.
No, I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know. It's kind of
No, you know why I'm gonna watch it? Because like I said, I don't like Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna watch
yeah,
it, and I hope he
yeah,
get knocked the fuck out.
yep,
Like, I don't like Jake Paul either. I don't like none of that shit, none of those
yeah.
motherfucking
That's why.
guys.
That's why, in my opinion, it's a waste of time.
Yeah,
But
but
like
I'm
you
a
said,
go
I
ahead.
want to see Mayweather get knocked out.
Yeah, I want him to get knocked out for playing. Like, nigga, you retired. Stop. But I don't think he will. But I'm just saying, as far as boxing skills, I ain't gonna never doubt
Yo,
Floyd Mayweather in that way.
you
Boxing
think
skills wise, I never doubt him.
you know UFC fighter he and you think Brock Lesnar fuck up Mayweather?
You said what?
Brock Lesnar fuck up Mayweather.
Who?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Yeah. He big as
He
shit,
he
dude. Come on,
he a,
that's
U-
not.
he a former UFC fighter.
First of all, he's way too big. First of all, that wouldn't even be a fight because Brock Lesnar is way too big. It didn't
He's
happen.
Brock Lesnar heavyweight and Mayweather lightweight. So that's two different things.
Yeah, like you can't do that. That Floyd, I hear beat the shit out of Floyd. He hit Floyd with one punch, it's over.
Yeah. I got in an argument because I got in an argument with this somebody about saying that he said that Mayweather beat Brock Lesnar, and I just laughed.
No, no, he couldn't beat. He couldn't beat. Jones. What's his name? UFC
John
man.
Jones.
John Jones. He couldn't beat John Jones. John Jones beat the
Yeah.
fuck out of Floyd Mayweather, man.
He
And
can't
I
he
ain't. Ta-
can't even beat
and I'm talking about hold up. And I'm talking about boxing.
yeah.
He hit Floyd Mayweather with a shot, nigga. He going down. He way too big, dude. Seriously. And
You
I'm not
want
saying that Floyd Mayweather's skills wouldn't make him last a little bit, but I'm just saying he hit Floyd with a one big shot. That shit is a wrap. I'm just telling you
yeah.
that now.
That's
Now
a
we now
that's
we not talking about a street fight. Now you talking about a street fight? I give Floyd a chance in a street fight,
yeah.
but then I can't give Floyd a chance in that street fight shit just because I know the UFC fighters they actually damn near street fighting.
Yeah.
So that's different.
Even 50 Cent wanted to fight Mayweather.
Yeah, like if it was a street fight, Conor McGregor would probably beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. I'll fuck Floyd up in a street fight.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'll beat the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather, man. Cause all I gotta do is grab him. That shit is a wrap. I'll beat his ass in a UFC fight. I'll fuck Floyd up.
That's a
Like
stupid
seriously.
ass. That's a dumbass question if you ask some shit like that. I'm not even gonna respond to that. If someone say can Mayweather beat Tyson and Muhammad Ali,
That's not.
I'm not gonna. That's a stupid ass question. I'm not gonna even answer that.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. Ain't no motherfucking
Yeah.
way you think that. If you think that about Floyd can beat motherfucking Mike Tyson, just off Mike Tyson, you stupid. You stupid. Ain't no
Yeah.
fucking way. Mike Tyson, all that nigga I do is pluck Floyd, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Beat the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather, nigga. This nigga is a heavyweight. You talking about a welterweight. Come on, man. That's like a nigga that's a nigga that imagine a weight class.
Yeah. Like
That's the reason that's the reason they got weight classes. So motherfuckers understand the weight classes. You can have no motherfucking nigga that weigh 140 pounds fighting a nigga that's 200 and some pounds.
you remember when Mayweather
This ain't a street fight, motherfucker.
you know Mayweather fought in WWE?
He didn't fight. It was
He did. It was
acting.
just
It was
yeah,
acting.
yeah.
It was acting. He didn't really fight. You know what I mean?
It ain't no way that.
That's what I said. Believe that shit about the Big Show with the greatest little nigga. Man, come on, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. Ain't no way in real life that'll happen to the Big Show.
Big Show, he even got hit him that hard, nigga. All you gotta do is backhand his little ass.
Yeah.
Hit him with a backhand, not Floyd Mayweather across the motherfucking room, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let's get out of here, man. We up out of here.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace, bro.
All right.
All right, people. Look, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Support O.B.F. the real. Support Opinion But Facts. And make sure when you donate to the channel, donate to O.B.F. the real Cash App, people. Okay? That support both channels. All right? So make sure you guys do that. And I appreciate anything that you guys can donate. So it don't matter what it is. All right. Leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy Kenny Man. Peace and love to the world.
Chill. Jizzle. Fresh out of prison with a new vision. Trauma. Cartel route. Hey yo, I sold drugs, got caught, jail time, been in brawls, drama with my peoples over the music, done it all, we ain't seeing eye to eye, only when it's time to ride, and still I gotta watch the peoples I keep by my side, job is like a 9 to 5, even on the weekends, cause niggas that you beefing with always trying to get even, on my lane, let's get this right, I don't hate on you, you hate on me, reason why I'm 5 steps ahead of these niggas, 8 to 3, food stamps, Waverly, I was going amazingly, impatiently accepted whatever the system gave to me, giving what they paid to see. Had to take the stage down. Did the Blackout remix. Now take a look at their faces now. Tell them put their glasses on. Maybe try some vibe vocals. Just because I'm a sick-barrel rapper, homies. I'm not local. Let me show you. This show's N04. But it's hard to stack my cheese when you rats keep coming out your hoes. Stacks.
I'm only
Thank you for having me tonight. I appreciate it. I could have been anywhere, but I'm here with y'all. Everyone is looking dapper tonight. Dog shit. Back then I didn't have much, but I had a pre-rolled Dutch, quarter water for my packed lunch. Hate had my mind gone, everything exciting. We used to travel on the train just to get to Dykeman. And even back then, a nigga had a love for writing. Hooks, bars, the punchlines with the force of Tyson. Why do I go through the things I go through? I know, dude, money is the motive, pain up in the Pro Tools. I always had the wave, ice water, boat crew. Savage introduced me to the game and how to cope. Let's get it. I wasn't half the man I am in the current present, transition to an adolescent. Loud up on my clothes, smell like effervescence. Used to cut class spin after they take attendance, brushing my waves until they spin while I'm on detention. Opposition couldn't measure up. At this point, I was that nigga they couldn't level up.
Yeah. You already already know, Jizzle, man. Shout out to my kids, man. Jalen and Justice, man. Daddy loves you, daddy loves you. I told y'all I was gonna be here for the moment you open your eyes till I close mine, close mine. I keep my promise, you heard? Okay, y'all. Hey yo, 48 laws of power. Tell Chris to drop a Jew. Life is like a chess game. Niggas plotting, watch all your moves. We gotta live righteous or reckless, brothers. We got to choose. Either way, we can't be stopped. Game over, got me cool. Must have been the cartel name, God. They got confused. Let's elevate to the highest level. What we got to prove? Million show and tell. Nigga made this beat for me. Bet your pink slippy knows me well. Shout out to the beat game. Hold it up in Buffalo for us to blow. We need more bills than we can muscle, yo. L.I. number 7. 3 is for the letter E. Change it up so people can get a better understanding. Knowledge and equality, all being born to God. Rep your heart, truth speaks for itself in my repertoire. That's bizarre, that could be the kings, yeah. The deck of cards,